Hey folks, good morning. Hello everyone. I am unmuted. Yay, I did it right. Tingus! Yeah man, daylight, well the lack of daylight savings time sounds like it's giving you some pains, dude. Sorry to hear that. Mr. XC with a $5 sub, 3 months in a row, man. Thank you, Mr. XC. That's awesome, dude. Thanks for the continued support. I actually had a lot of subs roll in over the weekend when I wasn't streaming as well. So Mr. XC is the latest in a string of subs. Why doesn't my Streamlabs show them to me? It just did. Ugh. Wait, hold up. Maybe I do this. Maybe I do this. No, now they're gone. Okay, well, I was going to call out a bunch of off-stream subs, but now they're missing, so that'll never happen. Great. Perfect. Try this. But anyway, thanks, Mr. Hey, Rainbow Orb. Hey, Rockin' Spots. Hey, Myron. Hey, Jumpy. Hey, K-Riku. Hey, Ivry. Hey, Promethean. Hey, Eddie. Hey, David Hasselhulk. How can I get the new legendary? I don't guess it's out yet. I didn't get it. I assume it will come out when Blizzard gets in the morning, which, you know, it's still 5 o'clock in the Blizzard part of the world in the morning, so probably another 3 or 4 hours is when they'll flip the switch on Marin, is my guess, which will unfortunately be after my stream, but it's just how it works sometimes. Guess we could try to take a trade into that. We don't know if this is a faster guy or a slower guy or what this guy's steal is, but why take a trade when we could also just go face? I do think we want to play spells so that when he trades and pings, we have a good trade, but we ultimately need that damage hitting his head. Give us Marion. Yeah, he's not out yet, guys, as far as I know. Sorry. Thanks, David. That's all. Man, I appreciate the kind words. Did Tingus already go to bed? No, Tingus. No. Why don't you guys have daylight savings time switches like we do, or similar times that we do? I don't understand that. It makes no sense to me that we're a weird here in the US. Like, why are we unique? I was one of the offline subs, had to renew for the 3rd month. Thanks, Wolf Poops, dude. I'm sorry I missed... Oh, here, they showed up again. Sterling AG Ruby Crossinger. I don't actually see Wolf Poops notified, ironically. But nonetheless, Wolf Poops, I'm sure it went through, so thank you, dude. But also Sterling AG and Ruby Crossinger, I think, were both also off-stream subs. So thanks, everybody, it would appear. Aha! Look at this ridiculously cheap card draw. Oh my god. Can't play this instead because we still have one, so. Still though, I just drew 4 cards for 2 mana. That's pretty nice. And that's a lot of burn too. So we're in an okay spot. It's a more defensive mage, obviously. Because of those pesky farmers calling the shots on our clocks. Yeah, I know, right? Are we like the only people who do daylight savings times? K-Riku said he had the time switching a couple days ago. Yeah, it was Saturday night for us. Marion the Fox waiting room, basically, yeah. Oh, great. Great target for Marianity there. Awesome. Yeah, it's damage. I'll take it. Whatever. Tyrantor Mage? Oh, yes. Beautiful draw. So good. It basically allows me to Cobalt Crystal Roller. Oh my god.
5-month hype, expansion hype.
Jerks, dude. Thanks for the 5-month resub, Jerks, of course. Appreciate it, man. I think you're the second 5-monther to go through, so. About as old as they get on the 5-month resubs, man. And indeed, expansion hype still. I still have this screen to talk about cards if anybody wants to talk about cards. Like, I still have all the cards up. If we need to. I need to get the deck list up, by the way. Oh, wow, Mana Ray, dude. Perfect timing. You had the realization apparently about 5 seconds before I did, based on the delay of the stream. So, thank you, man. Here's the deck list, guys. Let me make sure you can see it. It's a little pink. But thanks for the cheer, Mana Ray, too. I'm sorry you had to waste a couple 100 bits there to make me remember something obvious, but appreciate it, of course, nonetheless. Simulacrum is actually kind of cool. I wish it were 0, but, you know, still, a 2-mana Cabal Crystal Runner is not too bad. It's got to be Ice Block at this point. Maybe shouldn't have committed too much to the board here, but I don't know, with this much bird in hand and another body and a Firelands Portal, let's just make him have the freeze effect or AoE or whatever, and then just keep going. We're going to hit him for, this is 17, 18, this might hit a couple times. Oh, he's just going to Firelands Portal, okay. Bet he wished that battle cry went off. Rin seems pretty good, Kappa. A little slow, I think, but some people are defending her. I'd like to make a video talking about her more and how she might work. Might being the operative word. Like, I don't think she's going to work necessarily. Whoa! I don't think she's going to work necessarily, but she could. How would you like to see the recruit keyword used? I don't think there's any, like, too sneaky ways to use it, but just, like, more conditional ways, like we started to see already with Guild Recruiter, I think it's called, where there's, like, you know, conditions on which minion you pull, or maybe something that happens when you recruit a minion. Those sorts of interactions, I think, would make the keyword a lot more fun. So we full clears here. We'll just Firelands Portal face this turn, or we could go for the Ice Block lethal, but the problem is it leaves him at 5. But the Firelands Portal is going to kind of do the same thing, maybe, depending on. It's going to put him down to 6 right now. We could, like, ping Fireball next turn to put him to. If we do this. He's at 5. Firelands Portal would pop the second block if he has it. We might as well. Oh. Well, I'm glad we went for that. Apparently that was Spellbender. Whoopsie. That's what I get for never targeting a minion. I only ever targeted face. That's a Smork reward. Hey, Mataru, man, how's it going? Imagine if you saw cards like Recruit this minion if. Yeah, exactly. Like more conditions or more, you know, specifications kind of thing. I think would be cool. Salvation 95, we do not have a release date for the expansion. All they've said is December. The best guess is the smart money is on probably like December 5th or December 7th based on previous expansions release dates. Plus, it's generally not sensible for companies to make big releases closer to the holidays, Christmas area, so they'll try to get it as far away from December and New Year as possible in December. Just because people tend to get busy and tend to have money restrictions when it comes to the holidays. Like, I'm actually a little surprised Blizzard doesn't shift their entire calendar a month or two around so that they don't ever land on the holidays, but maybe they think people are buying, like, their family packs for Christmas. That might be a possibility, but that seems very unlikely. Like, it's really hard to, like, get your grandma to buy you Hearthstone packs, you know? You can get her to get you a Battle.net card, but that still seems like a hard thing for a grandma. So I don't think that's the case. So I wouldn't be surprised if Blizzard eventually shifted the calendar, but I think you may have underrated Carnivorous Cube. I thought I gave it 4 stars, David Hasselhulk. Did I dial it back to 3? I was right on the border between 3 and 4 already. Like, a part of me inside wanted to give it 4, and a part of me wanted to give it 3. So I kind of thought I did land on 4. Apparently I landed on 3, based on your comments. But I agree with you. I think it's pretty solid. I played and finished Shadow War. It was actually way better than I expected. Nice, Wolf Poops, man. I would like to play that game, but it's a little clunky, isn't it? This is probably going to get counterspelled. Nope. Other barriers. Is this the same guy? I don't think so, because I think we played Jaina last time. Yeah, but it's the same deck, it would seem. They released MSG around Christmas, didn't they? I think it was like December, the first week of December, basically. Same time period, right? That, I mean, that's the window, right? That's right now. That's the window. Is like first 10 days of December. But what I'm saying is, I'm surprised they don't want to shift it around so that it's not in December at all. It was actually released December 1st. Mean Streets was, so I think it'll be even later this year. I think the 5th or the 7th are much more likely candidates. Because the 1st, of course, is not a... It's like a Friday. That's a weird day for them. Oops. That was a mistake.
Sir Regis, Lord of the Shining Bronze Beards.
Mataru, man, thanks for the 4-month resub. That's awesome, dude. The not Australian Mataru. Tinkus says, I've got my last test tomorrow. See you guys. See you, buddy Tinkus, man. Sorry the stream time is worse for you. I wish I knew what to do about that, but that's how clocks work. It sucks. I don't know. I would like to start streaming an hour earlier for Australians if it's that big of a problem, but I just don't know if that's possible for me. That's going to be a real challenge. Man, all 3 of these are just bad right now. I mean, we can Sorcerer's Apprentice Fireball Face, but it doesn't feel very good. Like, I'd rather get this moving sooner rather than later, right? Because it's just a better body early, but it's so expensive. What did I counterspell? The coin. He still had the coin after all this time, eh? This is really bad. Without a secret, our hand is just real bad. Donation lady sounds weird today, does she? Man, I don't know. The donation lady keeps changing, but I haven't changed her once. Hey, good morning, Mighty Right Man. How's it going? Hope it's going well. What are your thoughts on Recruit? I feel it's a very situational trait that can hurt you as well as help you. Recruiting a Bone Mare would be terrible, but a Lich King early can swing the board. Yeah, the cards we've seen so far, so I like... this is another just terrible hand. I know this discount does nothing, but I just have to spend my mana. I can't just sit here like an idiot, so... I don't know. Hopefully one of these lives for the Bone Mare. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, Recruit. Like, I like the style of, let's pull the cards up here so people know what I'm talking about. Guild Recruiter over there on the far right. I like the style of Guild Recruiter because that's so specific that you can design your deck in a way to utilize it, right? Or at least encourage your deck to be better utilizing it than just kind of random. The Warrior card, Gather Your Party, which is on the bottom of the screen down there in the bottom right, that one's a little harder to use, right? The idea with that one is you want that to recruit you something that costs like 9 or 10 mana, like Yashiraj, of course. But it's random, so you kind of just take a gamble. It's maybe Big Warrior becomes a thing, but even then, it's like it's only a 6 mana discount, or excuse me, a 4 mana discount max, because you can get a 10 mana minion for 6 mana. Which, in the scheme of things, isn't quite that good, compared to something like Big Priest, which just doubles down on that discount over and over again thanks to Eternal Servitude. So they get huge discounts multiple times. Whereas with Gather Your Party, you're probably only getting that discount like one time. Okay. We kind of maybe played in a meteor here a little bit, but there wasn't a great way to do it because they were already in positions like this. And I wanted to give it the 5/5 just on the off chance it was Mirror Entity and we had to trade in. I didn't want to trade in the better minion on the Mirror Entity. Also, of course, this splits our resources a little bit, so like if he Firelance Portals this one, we still get our discount, right? Interesting. He wouldn't have been able to Firelance Portal this one at all, though, I guess, so that's sort of a counter-argument. But this is also pretty good against Flame Strike because we have 2 5-health minions sticking around. There's just splitting resources is typically better than not. It's a lot of mana to commit on this turn when I have so many dudes out. But he's already at 3 out of 6, so there might just be a chance we're dead soonish. We'll have to see. There's the Frost Nova. Okay. Babbling Book. It's interesting. Whoa! That's good. That's fine. He's gonna... I thought he was gonna burn a card, but I guess not. Shoot. Kinda sucks. Okay. I'm not gonna play this. There's no need to, right? We have more than enough on board. Doesn't matter. Hey, Grave Overdose. How's it going? 19 mana discount Molten Giants cap. But yeah, he must have been the person who left the YouTube comment. Thought they were also super smart. That's exactly how you consider discounts. 100%. That's it. If people start running Alchemist for Marin, I think Shaman will die out. Yeah, it might. That would be a negative side effect for sure. Shaman will die in the fight against Marin. It's pretty sad. But I'm curious to see Marin. Oh, I didn't mean to leave this up, by the way. Shoot. Alright, so he played an ice block here, because he has to. Sticking for that other one. So we should easily be able to pop a block here. 5, 6, whatever other minion. We probably go ahead and ice block. Second Firelance Portal. Man, that was a cheap Firelance Portal. Okay, we got there. Cool.
Quickly. Spells are fun. So fun.
Your soul is mine.
I
Whoa!
want someone to make a meme deck based on using Marin to fill your opponent's board with 0/8 chests. That's my dream for this expansion.
That does sound pretty fun, yeah. Okay. I do want to clear his board just in case he somehow kills me. Like, he could technically pop the block with attacking Sorcerer's Apprentices and, like, that 5 attack minion. It's not likely, but it's possible, so we want to remove that as a possible outcome. And make sure this ice block is enough to last through the Antonitis turn. So now the only risk is if he plays that other ice block along with his Antonitis turn, we still probably lose. Because we go down to 1, and he pings us off the next turn. Curvarino says that wasn't actually me. Yeah, I bet. I want someone to make a meme deck based on Marin to fill your opponent's board with 0/8 chest. That's my dream. Yeah, Manta Ray. Thanks for the cheer, man. It'd be hard. I mean, you'd have to do some brand shenanigans, but it's possible. I mean, I don't know that the Marin cards, unfortunately, don't really lend themselves to, like, making that a conducive thing. Okay. That's just fine.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
Man, it takes forever to activate the Spellbender. Jeez. Okay, so now that he's used his second traditional ice block, even if he goes for combo here, he's gonna give me a Sorcerer's Apprentice, which doesn't matter, but he's also not gonna be able to kill me. Unless he has a third ice block. He has to have a third ice block here. He can't do 30 with just the apprentices. They do 12. What's up, Readers? Greetings from Berlin. How about a Cthulhu Hunter Dexperiment? I don't think I'm going to do any Dexperiments today because I have a lot of quests to clear off. I've got 3 full quests that are each 60 gold. I'm going to burn one if I'm not careful, so I'm trying to finish my quest with Mage right now. Well, actually, I might be able to get through a lot. But regardless, I don't feel like Dexperiments quite today. I want to climb a little bit. Where did you get the Dreadlord? I think this came off of Firelance Portal? I think, right? Firelance Portal? I don't know. This guy's too late. He had to have already gone for the combo here. Like, he needed to throw down his apprentices if he has them and just hope to hit it. Okay. Secret Mage doing work so far this morning. 30 cards done almost already, too. 2 out of 2 wins. What's cracking, Regis? Not too much, Dev. What are you up to, man? What's up, man? Ugh. I'm just happy BlizzCon's over. We got a lot of cool news. I don't know if Kobolds and Catacombs is the most exciting, like, theme for an expansion, but still exciting. Still cool. I think it's going to be fun. Blizzard does a really good job just creating interesting stuff out of rather standard concepts, I think, which is nice. So I'm sure we'll have some fun with it. See you, Shiny Beast Man. Have a good night. Dev says, not a whole lot. Back from college, and I'm about to make a curry. Kappa. Why is that a kappa?
Is someone injured?
Gonna just make a curry. Assuming you're not in the U.S., because making curry at 7:25 a.m. seems a tad unusual. Not particularly terrible or anything, just a tad unusual. We don't have like a secret synergy card, so getting the Archaeologist out early for the cantrip mage doesn't make any sense. We play the Mana Worm, we give him a card draw, but that's probably okay, honestly. I think he'll be alright. What was your favorite expansion till now? Maybe Unguro. I actually like Frozen Throne a lot too. I don't know, I like all of them. Goblins vs. Gnomes was cool because it was the first big expansion we got, so I liked that one quite a bit. I know it kind of feels like a cop-out to just name like literally every expansion, but that's how I feel sometimes. Like, just I like all of them. What can I say, right? Made that a big old guy. I'm hoping it doesn't die. I'd love to send 5 damage face right now. Dev says, I'm from Ireland. There you go. Yeah, that's still a little early in the day in Ireland, I feel like. But I guess that's lunchtime curry. That makes sense. I can understand that. I can get behind that. We gave him a Potion Madness target here, but I don't know. I wanted to generate the card, see what we got. Unguro was the first I played, so it will always be in my heart. Yeah, that makes sense. Wow, I don't mind that at all. 2 free card draws. That's great. It's really, really good. That's good. That's good. Some people might say, why don't you buff the Mana Worm, right? With the spells you have in hand, like we could have played Arcane Intellect instead, but ultimately these 2/3s should do as much repeatable damage, because we're presuming this is going to die.
Regis, happy Monday. Happy Monday streams. Happy Monday to all. Good vibes.
How beautiful, Nano Dragon Man. Thanks. That was beautiful, dude. Nice Monday morning cheer. Post BlizzCon hype cheer. Talking new cards. Living up the, oh boy. That was a big deal. Living up the post-expansion announcement life on a Monday morning. It's been a good day so far. Alright, that thing threatens a lot of minions, but that's okay. I like Spellbender. It's pretty good. We're a little dead to Dragonfire Potion. He trades here, Dragonfire... Oh no, he didn't have trade here. That's Holy Nova. Or that's... If he has Holy Nova, that's exactly what will happen. But he doesn't know. This might be Counterspell. He's really nervous. He needs to test with like a Silence first, or some dead spell. He may, if he doesn't have one of those, he may not want to cast Dragonfire Potion at all. We actually did have a Counterspell as well, of course. We could have played, but I don't think we have to just yet. I'm a little more concerned about Potion of Madness most of the time. Still good. Wow, he's testing with the Mind Blast. I like it. Cool. My problem right now is that my hand is not damage-based. It's sort of card draw and value-based. Hey, that's going to kill his Wild Pyro. That's actually pretty valuable. I'm still getting a big heal, which I don't like, but pretty good for me nonetheless. This is 5 mana. I think that's fine. This might look a little insane to not take that trade, but not that worried about it. I want that 1 damage. I miss Azure Drake. Yeah, me too, man. Azure Drake's amazing. Hey, Slide Moss, how's it going? Fatigue Warrior today? I doubt it, Elliot. That seems unlikely, to be honest with you. Seems like a... I don't really like Fatigue... Well, I like Cthulhu Warrior, but not like... if we do this, we play right into Raza. Or Anduin, I mean. But I think it's okay. It's still just a lot of instant damage, so... He kills his Raza as well. So there's some upside to it, frankly, if he does it. And he is. Of course. Of course, of course. Is Kobold a new group type? No, it's not. They didn't give it a try or anything. What heroes would you like to become meta in Kobolds and Catacombs. Oh man, I don't care. I guess Hunter, maybe it's been a little out of the limelight lately. So probably Hunter would be my first.
Darkness will consume you.
I think I'd like to see Hunter first and foremost. Entity just doesn't do anything really in this matchup. Only Velen would be great, and if Velen comes down, we're probably losing anyway. So, well, I don't know. If we hit a Velen that was uncontested, I guess it'd actually be pretty good. But he'd be insane to play a Velen into a fresh secret. Unless I'm dead. Which was possible. Well, that would be a pretty good mirror entity target too, but again, he probably wouldn't have played that if we developed another secret and he knew that it was potentially mirror entity, right? Why would you ever launch it into that? Okay. Does he have another cheap spell or not? Or is this Lyra just dead in the water?
Total darkness.
It might just be dead. No, he has Potion of Madness. Yeah. Yeah, he's still going face a lot. Makes sense. It's the right call. Not enough people do. But he has a clear regardless, so I guess makes a lot of sense for him. I have a debate now. Do I have to Firelands Portal Lyra? I think I probably do. We don't have anything close to 20 damage available. We could do 8. That takes him down to 12. But we don't have the remaining pieces, so we don't have fireballs or anything. And he has 4 times this. It's about 10 damage, 14 damage. We're 99% of the time dead if I don't kill Lyra because she generates additional cards to combo off of. I think we're still dead like this, unfortunately. Like this still sucks, but okay. Well, that's something. I just go ahead and have to Frostbolt face. Start spending mana on face damage a little bit. Hope this guy gets to attack and hope we draw like a fireball or something. I don't know. Doubt that's possible, but we'll try. By the way, did you know that now after the update to the launcher app, it saves messages so you can report them now? I did hear that, Chris. That's a cool change. Did you see the arena cards being added? Yeah, I'm going to make a video on it, Lily. Give me a day or two. Were you just later start this morning? No, same time. We did have a daylight savings time change here in the US if you're not in the US, MTG. Or MLTG, so you might be seeing it an hour later in your part of the world because we went back an hour, right? So we're an hour lazier than we used to be here in the United States. We're getting up an hour later. So my 7 is now an hour later than it used to be my 7. So that might be the change. Do you get the new legendary? Yeah, everybody gets it, but it's not out yet, as far as I can tell. He's actually trading into this minion. Interesting. He's worried about his health. That's really good for me. That's bad for me. Discounted spells are not what we need right now. Also, just a 5/5 is not something I'm encouraged by right now. Man, this is really bad. I think we're kind of dead, guys. Well, this is a monster board, at least. I think I gotta freeze. What good does it do? Like, it doesn't get to attack. My face is what good it does, I guess. Can I ever push through this taunt, though? I'm actually just gonna kill it so that we don't have to deal with its cost reduction either. Okay. Well, we have a board, but we still don't have any damage. We need a top deck. Well, even we can't do double fireball. Primordial Glyph might be the best draw on the deck. Who knows? Bone Mare's probably. Well, Bone Mare would be helpful because we could hit 9 to face, but I think we're just dead soon. We've got to be close to dead. If we're not dead this turn, then we're definitely going to be dead next turn. That's a card as well. So, I mean. We can't kill him this turn, so how do we ever win? Uncanny! Yep. That's super, super duper uncanny. Okay. Oh, I should have done this first, but it's okay. I wanted to play a secret. We don't have the damage to kill the guy right now anyway, so... It's impossible to draw into the right amount of damage, so... Hopefully this can somehow keep me alive. I really don't think so. Like, the best case scenario is he accidentally plays me a Velen and can't kill me because of the counterspelled Holy Smite or something. Like, that throws off the math, although Velen alone should be enough, or almost enough. Well, no, if we countered a Holy... No, he still gets to activate off the Velen, so it wouldn't matter. Or off the Holy Smite. If it got counterspelled, it still triggers the hero power, so... If we had an Ice Block, we would maybe be alive, but that's about our only shot. This is 6, 8, 9. I don't think any given top deck gives me lethal. We only would have 14, 15, 16. Or I think it's 15. So, we're dead. Firelands Portal into Leroy, I guess, would be an out. It would be about our only out. He's... is he not going to be able to kill me, really? He's only going to be able to do 4 more?
The shadows grow short.
He just did 4 to my minions. I could be at 2 right now. Bone Mirror will not do the trick, fortunately. Unless he thinks this is a Ice Block and he plays around it somehow. But he only needs 3 cards here to activate. He almost certainly can with the discounted Radiant. But I can't afford to kill the Radiant because then I don't have enough damage to kill him, I don't think. Because we would only have... Well, we might with a top deck. Might have been worth consideration. But we're dead 99.9% of the time, right? Well, that's an interesting play. Instead of just hitting my face with that. Maybe he's thinking about popping the block at the right total? I guess, yeah, if you have it anyway, why risk it? Yeah, that's fine. That makes sense. Maybe we should have played that first, though. Just to test, to make sure. Oh, man. Hey, Regis Kilbin, remember my legendary luck? I got a new one yesterday. Can you guess which one? I think you got Prince Valinar. How's it going, Hans? It's going pretty well, Chris. Who's Hans, though? I don't know who that is. Who's Hans? Okay, well, I think I have another Mage quest still, actually. Yeah, I need to win 5 games with Mage. So we'll keep playing. That was a tough one. He had the 5 into the 8. That's going to be difficult to win. When are we getting Marin? I presume we'll get Marin at, excuse me, man. At roughly 9 or 11 Blizzard time, which is still, it's only like 5:30 Blizzard time. So probably another 4 or 5 hours. I'm going to try to squeeze in a stream later today. Like a really short, like 2-hour stream. Maybe 2.5 hours to play some Marin tonight. Like an extra little bonus stream that I don't even have scheduled as a bonus stream. Just specifically to get some time with Marin. Because I definitely want to play Marin. Hans is the guy we should have his own t-shirt by now. Man, I'll try. Jeez. Why does everyone say Crip's stream has salt? Crip just tends to get really frustrated by events in Hearthstone, which is understandable. I don't hold it against him. But Crip is an incredibly good Hearthstone player. It's worth watching, of course. And often even enjoyable because of, not in despite of the salt, right? By the way, guys, there are 239 people right now watching on YouTube, which is a ton of people. It was actually just 260. We just dropped off a little bit. But, guys, if you're watching on YouTube and you didn't know, I also stream on Twitch. And I'm streaming on Twitch right now. And there's a link below my face in the description of the YouTube stream where you can hop over to Twitch. I do read Twitch comments way more than YouTube comments. And the Twitch community is pretty tight-knit and awesome. So if you want to be a part of like an awesome group of dudes who play Hearthstone and will be nice to you, then I encourage you to hop over to Twitch to find some awesome dudes, as I just indicated. Also, your name will pop up on stream if you follow on Twitch. And it'll say, somebody just followed. And I'll say, that's awesome, thank you for the follow. Although, I don't always say that, so that may not be totally true. We'll see. I think we leave this 4-3 alive. It's so good against Priest in particular, right? Is this the same guy this last time? I think the last guy was a... No, it is the same guy, okay. So we know he's Raza, that's good. I mean, we know anyway because he played a Tark Reaver, but... Did you just enjoy the Disguised Toast wrap? I did not enjoy it because I have not seen it. I don't know what that is. I didn't even see a link on Reddit, really? How's that possible? I saw the Ben Brode rap. It seemed okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm not like super into rap or anything, but I respect the challenge, I guess. Selvive says, I got a Golden Jiraxis and Millhouse in one pack. Man, that's awesome. It's kind of a high and a low a little bit, of course, because Millhouse is not really the strongest card in Hearthstone right now, but... Ooh, hello. Or ever, really, I should say. Millhouse has never been the strongest card in Hearthstone. But, still, to get 2 legendaries is amazing, particularly Golden Jiraxis, which is one of the better cards in Hearthstone. That's a cool card to have in Golden. I'd like to have it in Golden. Peroon's Wrath says, I came from YouTube, and I can only say Twitch is a much better experience. I tend to agree, Peroon's. It's not a shot against YouTube. I mean, obviously, I love YouTube. But, Twitch is just a better live streaming experience for a lot of reasons. And, oh, I did see when he disses script. Yeah, I guess I didn't classify that in my brain as a rap. I mean, maybe that's the gap there. I didn't really think of that as a rap, but I did indeed see that, yeah. So we're gonna die to a lot of stuff anyway, like in regards to board clears. So we're gonna counterspell to protect ourselves. Still, though, like maybe I should have killed the 1/1 just for the sake of yeah, I should have. I just played really fast. I was thinking face only, but oh, he doesn't have it. Good, cool. So we made the right call, kind of accidentally, but it would have been way smarter to play around Spirit Lash, double heal off of the Blood
Have you
Mage.
seen the Hassle Hulk rep? It is the best. All other players just can't contest. When I drop a demon on your head, you will quickly know that you are dead.
Wow, dude, that's really good. I'm digging it. That was great. Well done, David Hasselhoff. She had a nice little, I mean, you know, it wasn't perfect, but she was getting there. Like, I could feel it in her a little bit. She had something. It was more of a poem. Yeah, that's kind of how I saw it, I guess, so. Chromix says, I didn't think it was a rap either, but everyone kept calling it that, so when in Rome. Yeah, for sure. Sometimes you gotta bow to the terminology used by the group. I do that a lot with Hearthstone decks. I think a lot of Hearthstone decks are named terribly. But I just have to call them what other people call them, because that's what people know them by, right? So I understand that pain all too well. Okay. It's a lot of armor, but we have a lot of damage as well. 9, 14, 16. That seems like a lethal to me, boys. Yay! We beat the guy that beat us. He's still emoting. He's not emoting quite as much. Uncanny! Look what happened. You didn't draw Raza and Anduin on 5 and 8, and suddenly you lost a game. Uncanny! What deck do you think is named terribly? I think Tempo Rogue is a bad name. I think it should be Prince Rogue. I think Big Druid is a stupid name. It should just be called Ramp Druid. I guess Big Priest is an okay name, but I really think it should just be called, like, Resurrect Priest. It's really weird to call it Big. I think people just try to be goofy more than descriptive. What other decks are just terribly named? There's been a lot in the history of Hearthstone that I've had problems with. Anybody who calls this Tempo Mage, I think that's a wrong name. It does have a couple Tempo cards, but it's really more of a Secret Mage, which I think is the most prominent name for it right now. Like, most people do call it Secret Mage, so that's not a huge issue. Zoo's fine, Token's fine, Quest Mage is fine. Thankfully, HS Replay calls it Prince Rogue, not Tempo Rogue, which I think is much better. Highlander Priest is fine. It's a name that's not really born out of Hearthstone, so I think it's probably confusing to some people, but it does actually make sense if you know what it comes from. I would still probably call it Reno, technically, even though there's no Reno in it. That's probably on me, though. That's probably not a good naming schema. J Druid, of course, is totally fine. A lot of people call it Aggro Druid. I would just still call it Token Druid. I don't know why it's made the change there. It's still very prominently a token deck. So most things are good. A majority of decks are right. There's just a handful that bug me. Let's see. Alex HQ1, Noob in Range, Albert King, Fueled Reverse, Lurdna 777, Lily White God, all new follows. Thanks guys for the follows. I really appreciate it, everybody. Awesome. Oh man, why couldn't we got the cool 4/4, buddy? Would have been way better. Way better. Instead, I can't even kill the 4/4. I really don't want this counterspell to get activated, right? Like, we want it to survive so badly to hit this Medivh Valet. We also want this to survive, because we might just Meteor next turn. Like, that's a pretty good play. Depending on, especially if this gets, like, plus health or something. Meteor, or even if it gets, like, can't be targeted and I can hit another minion next to it. That could be awesome, too. Like, just hit it for 3 and make a trade. Oh, Meteor! There's no way he's going to kill this, so... Meteor's less good with this, because we kind of have to... Oh, there is a way he's going to kill that. But it's not, because it's counterspelled! So Meteor's definitely better, because now we can't get a good valet. And we also kill the fledgling and take the board. I just really wish we didn't have to trade this in. Like, do we have to? I guess we don't have to. We could just leave it. Zoo, of course, benefits with minions on the board, but less so right now. It's mostly around turn 7 with the bone mares and stuff. We do risk a Despicable Dreadlord a little bit with him attacking here and then playing Despicable Dreadlord and killing this, but that's okay because we're going to kill it anyway. So what difference does that make? It doesn't make any difference. And then we can just Crystal Runner and Valet and Ping maybe. I don't know. We'd love to draw another Secret, of course, but we'll see. Councilman instead's fine. Patches is annoying. Patches will also just trade for free. Another Apprentice. Oh, hey, it's a 2-drop.
What deck should I make including legendaries? Got some dust and want to make a deck.
Hey!
Also, what is your favorite deck ATM?
Salviv, dude, thanks for the $6.56 donation, dude. I really appreciate it, Salviv. That's awesome. What deck should I make, including legendaries? Got some dust and want to make a deck? Well, I like to always go to the data for that. I don't want to just give a biased opinion. So over the last 7 days, the highest win rate deck in Hearthstone at all ranks has actually been Murloc Paladin, which is really flying under people's radar. But it does have a lot of good cards that you can craft, because it's Tyrion, Lich King, Bone Mare, Sunkeeper Tarim, like all of those are great Paladin cards. Finge is a little iffy as a craft right now, I think, simply because he's going to rotate out of the meta pretty soon and he has limited uses. So that's a little iffy, but the Warlock package is also pretty good, and a lot of those cards that you craft, like Murloc War Leader, will always be good Murlocs. The maybe better choice is really Prince Rogue, with Prince Kel'Theth and basically the... Oh, we're not playing that right now. We're playing Zoo right now. I thought we were playing Rogue. And Vile Spines and all that stuff's really good.
Good. Later than normal. Morning Regis.
Hey, James Virex. I'm glad some people benefit from the later than normalness. The daylight savings time change here, basically. And how's it going, James Virex, man? I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, it's not a great 5-drop. It's okay. Something. And thanks for the cheer, James Virex. Selviv, so I would say maybe Prince Rogue, which, you know, is Kel'Theth and Edwin, both of which seem to be good for a long time. Edwin in particular is always showing up in Rogue. And then the rest of your crafts are actually fairly cheap. It's like Bone Mares and Vile Spines that are late game, but they're also going to be good for a long time, presumably. Well, we can kill that Tomb card, but we need something good off this, something valuable. It's pretty good. Another 4/4 though. Ugh. That's a pretty good card off the Babbling Book. Free 1/1 into a Firelands portal. Zulok could also be a good choice, man. Especially if you're looking to craft a legendary the version with Blood Reaper Gul'dan, but then you get Kel'Theth and Gul'dan in your deck, which could be pretty good. And then of course Highlander Priest is another great choice. My favorite deck is not any of those. My favorite deck lately has been what is called my Flappy Buff Paladin. Oh boy, these all kind of suck. Mana Bind would only ever give me a Soulfire, which is not that good. I think we're just going to burn his face a lot, guys, moving forward here. We have 9 damage. Ugh, I don't know how we do this. I don't know how we get there. That's a good reload from him. He has a lot of junk in his hand. Or, well, at least one piece of junk. We don't know if it's a lot of junk. Archer's Veteran. Kind of wish I'd gone for Vaporized now. My hope was that we could just draw into lethal by the time it mattered, right? I need... Oh. Yeah. So Gul'dan beats us. But he has to have exactly Gul'dan, which is possible. I think this card might even be Gul'dan right here, number 8. He doesn't always run it. Not everybody runs Gul'dan, so he can't tap into it. We're not dead, because we have Ice Block, so... Yeah, that's what I thought. That's game. I guess unless we top deck exactly Firelance Portal. Firelance Portal that gives us lethal. So 1 out of 15. Pretty unlikely. Arcane Light can't do it because we need the mana to ping. And we've got both Fireballs gone, so it's just this card that gives me lethal. Mana Worm won't do her. Well, we put him on it like we had to. Just had it. Sucks, but that's how it works sometimes. Hey, Regis, do you know why I couldn't have got Marion? Wasn't that supposed to be out now? Not yet. It probably comes out in 3 or 4 more hours. Have you considered putting Arcane Giants in this deck? No, not really, you idle. I think they'd be too slow most of the time. We're not really a control deck so much as a burn deck, and we can't afford to have 2 dead cards in our hand. Like, we need to be able to push out a ton of pressure in this deck. It's really fast. So, I know occasionally at the end of the game they'd be nice, but most of the time we only going to play like 4 or 5 spells anyway before we win. Surprisingly minion-based deck for having a lot of spell synergies, you know. It'd be hard to make the Giants work. I used to have Bittertide Hydras in this deck, and I wish I did. I like that list better, but I'm too lazy to make a new list, to tell you the truth. I do like the Bittertide inclusion, though. Oh, what does your Flappy Buff Paladin consist of? It's basically a sort of mid-range hand buff shell Paladin. You can just Google it here. I'll find a link. Hold on. It's got Prince Keleseth, of course. Tyrion, Sunkeeper, Wicker Flame, Lich King. A lot of legendaries. But it's... I would not by any means call it a super high tier deck, but I have successfully played it to rank 1 or rank 2 or rank 3 a lot of times now since it came out. Since Frozen Throne, I guess twice basically.
Regis, it's the time of the month where the RNGES US donations are coming. You just wait.
Sure thing, Wolf Poops, man. Thanks for the 3-month resub, man. I know you teased it. There's the notification finally, so that's awesome. Appreciate it, Wolf Poops. Of course, dude.
Aha!
Thank you for the continued love. Also, Abuse Salad, You Idol, Happy Boy, Mini O-Man, Vorstad, and Yag1s. Thanks for the follows, guys. Really appreciate the new support here on Twitch. Always love it. Well, that's actually a decent draw. Something to play here. I wish we hit a secret, of course. Next turn. We desperately need to hit a secret here. Mirror Entity probably better on average against Hunter, Bear Shark, and that kind of stuff. Poisonous. Wow. I like it. Which do you hit, buddy? You always hit the 3-2, because you don't know if this is going to get buffed. You know that this is giving me value. You never hit the 1-3 in that scenario. The potential upside is not worth the guaranteed result. Cool. One draw late. But that actually gives me a really good next turn, so that's alright. Because we can now do this, into this, into this. This unfortunately dies to 3-2, but we just have to play it out. We don't have time to sit here. So no choice there. Hopefully we hit a good 4-drop. It's unlikely. I'd rather see him Animal Companion this turn, I guess. Oh, that's not bad. That's 2 Mirror Entity target. Well, he has the Flame Elemental, though, for the Entity now, so that kind of sucks. Let's see what this does first. If we get a different secret in particular, we might go for it. No. Ugh, this is so bad. We still have to. The 3 mana felt a little awkward for him, so if he does throw the Flame Elemental to test, he may not have a good 3 mana follow-up. He might just Hero Power or something, so that's at least some consolation that our secret got some value. Scavenging Hyena's pretty decent alternative, though. It's not a bad 2-drop there. A 6/4 for 2. It's pretty good. I think we just have to fireball that, unfortunately. We're playing so far from behind right now. It's sad. I don't see how we swing it back either. We have to draw a secret soon.
You just saw the power of Gul'dan, and now you must realize that he is the man. Your secrets you wield are pretty tough, but the demons thrown at you are just enough. Don't cry since it happens to us all, but when you face a lock you will surely fall.
It's good, dude. I like these wraps, David S. Hulk. I think I have to go green at least for a second to honor your wraps. Man, that looks good today. That looks like realistically green, almost as if like my face were painted. Like that's convincing. Saw Thor this weekend, by the way, guys. It was incredible. Thor was amazing. Really, really good, in fact. One of my favorite Marvel movies yet, I think. If not my favorite Marvel movie, actually. Do not think we're getting out of this one, guys. Actually, a pretty good turn, just not enough. Not enough to swing it. Why not Flame Strike in this deck? Because Flame Strike's way too slow for this deck. It's really easy to look at games like this one and say, why don't you have a Flame Strike? It'd be amazing right now. The problem is, yeah, it would be good right now, but we'd still probably lose this game even if we Flame Strike right now.
I got my skills by growing up in the 80s.
Just because of the unavoidable damage that Hunter provides. But 99% of the rest of the time, Flame Strike is useless to us. It doesn't actually do anything. Because in most matchups, it's just a totally dead card. Like the last few games when we were playing Priest and we were looking for damage, remember it also, like, we put that Warlock to 1 health there. Like, if we draw the Flame Strike instead of some damage card or some draw card, then we would be farther and farther away from killing our opponent. And that's the ultimate goal in this deck, is killing your opponent faster than they can kill you. And Flame Strike doesn't help you do that very well, most of the time. So every card of the deck basically contributes to 3 things. Building tempo through secrets. So in other words, secret synergy kinds of cards that allow you to do things with your mana that you otherwise shouldn't be able to do. So playing 5/5s for free, playing secrets for free with Curator Mage, getting a free 3 damage burn from Medivh's Valet. Second is drawing you cards and resources that give you either threats on board or raw damage, so things like Primordial Glyph, Babbling Book, for instance. Arcanologist is kind of a secret synergy card. But those allow you to generate the damage and resources you need and find the damage you need. And then finally, just threats on board that are damage, repeatable damage themselves, right? Like the Bone Mares, Cobalt Crystal Runners, Curator Mages. Mana Worm can sometimes just win games in its own right if it goes uncontested early. So if it's not doing one of those 3 things, damage, generating cards, or damage, or finding damage, or contributing to secret synergy tempo, then it just doesn't fit in the deck. Armadillo Ruin, dude. They give the Twitch Prime subscription. That's an awesome name. Armadillo Ruin. That's really cool. But thank you for the support, man. I appreciate it. Hey, Mug Mouse. How's it going? When is the Legendary coming out? Presumably in the next few hours, guys. It'll be a little bit. Yag1 says, I'm new to the game and I will collect 2,100 gold till the end of November. Should I open Cares on Wings or wait till December and open new expansion packs? I think you're probably going to be better off opening new expansion packs, particularly if you plan on only playing in standard format, because Cares on is going to be rotating out in basically 5 months. So you don't have long to utilize Kharazon in standard format. And if you invest a lot in Kharazon and you decide you're not going to commit to Wild, which has a much wider card pool and therefore will cost you a lot more on average as a new player, most new players I think are better off in standard, then Kharazon's a little bit shaky there. I think you're going to be better off with the new packs. Of course, we don't really know what the cards are going to look like in the new packs, but just on average, they're probably going to be better. Every expansion adds new playable cards and changes the meta, except
Roses
for TGT.
are red, violets are blue. Druid makes me feel dead inside, but at least they can't ultimate infestation on 2.
That's pretty good, Cripperino, man. They definitely can only do that in the dual class arenas, which I guess is over, right? Or will that be over today? I don't even know how that works. This hand is just absolute junk. This is why, frankly, we kind of already have too many 7-drops, maybe, right? Like, so many cards. This deck is terrible against board swarm decks like this anyway. But, thank you very much, man, for answering. That was really helpful. Yeah, no worries, Yags. Trying to help, guys. By the way, I don't always get everything 100% right, so of course I encourage everybody to always seek out second opinions. Hey, that's a pretty good one he gave me. He buffed my... he buffed my blood cell for me. How sweet. That's actually really funny. Well, I guess we're just going to throw this down. Because we have a good ping, we want a ping. Let's make him take an awkward trade here. Maybe hero power trades. I don't know. We're in trouble unless we primordial glyph into like a blizzard or something. So we're going to have trouble killing a wide board of stuff. Your deck is LOL. I don't know what that means, Sniper. This is a pretty common deck, and arguably one of the best decks in the game right now, in fact. Secret Mage is the best mage deck, according to the data, and actually the most played mage deck right now. Has nearly 55% win rate across all ranks, which is really rather quite high. And this isn't even my deck. This is a pretty popular deck. I have a version of Secret Mage I like better than this one that I'm not currently playing with Bittertide Hydras. Actually, this deck has a, well, let's see, is this the exact list I run? No, this has an Archmage and a Meteor. It's a handful. Whoa, crap! That's a big guy. That does give me some interesting damage potential opportunities, but it's going to be tough still. Real tough. Hopefully he Living Mana's here. We had a big one for once. I want to know your in-depth opinion about the new dungeon run mode. It looks fun, Wolf Poops. I mean, I don't know that I have a super in-depth opinion about it. That's happening every time. The question is, what else is happening? Do we fireball this to kill this? That sets me up for a Firelands portal on this. I guess so. Seems fine. He trades here, or maybe hero powers. We Firelands portal the 8-5. Hopefully he hero powers and tries the Living Mana here, or just trades and Living Manas. I don't know. Wow. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So we're suddenly back in this game. Jeez. What a fortunate turn of events. I thought we were dead completely. Like, we still might lose, unfortunately. Depends on what comes out of this, right? If something good comes out of this and it lives and we can bone marry. It's almost certainly going to live, though, because it's again, the Menagerie Magician. Jeez. It's going to live, at least. Yeah, they do run Swipe occasionally in these decks, but I don't think this guy has room for Swipe based on the Tar Creepers, the full Pirate package. It's going to be a little Living Mana. That will suck. No, wow, nothing. Okay. Well, I'm back in the game. 8-8 taunts are real tough for token druids to deal with. How did we swing this game? Just on the back of Counterspell. This is a lot of damage, too. 13, 16, 17. That changes the math a little, of course, but what is that for 4 mana? Alpha. Okay, okay, okay. Another bone mare. Wow. Is this lethal ever? I don't think so, but it's so much damage that it really doesn't matter. Just gonna clear the board. Token Druid can't deal with these. Like, what happened this game, guys? We were so down and out, and here we are. I don't know. Dungeon Run mode, though, I really don't have too much to say about it. I mean, it's a cool mode. I wish they had rewards for it. It's gonna feel like a slog to play a little bit if you're not getting rewarded for your time. It's just gonna feel like you have to play other modes because you're not getting gold or anything. It's gonna be fun though and cool as long as the bosses get harder and harder. We didn't really see any of the hard bosses at BlizzCon, so the kind of difficulty tuning is gonna make a huge difference. So I'll probably play through it a few times, try to get a feel for all the bosses, or at least most of the bosses, and see if it's challenging enough to be fun, and then go from there. So guys, thank you for the bits and donations this morning so far, everybody, and all the new subs. We've had a lot of subs today. Handful of bits coming through from Cripperino and Hassel Hulk and James Virex, Nano Dragon, Mana Ray, and nice sized donation from Selvive. It was €5, I guess, or no, £5, which translates to $6.56. Knew it had to be a different currency, or it wouldn't have been such a weird number. Jerks is looking forward to it. I do think it's cool that it's, you know, a new way to play Hearthstone, right? It gives people alternatives from the ladder grind and the arena grind, and like, if it's actually a challenging, repeatable single-player mode, that's going to be great for some people who just don't want to have to deal with other opponents and quite as much RNG, or frustrating RNG at least. And the RNG of queuing into matchups, which is, that's been one of the most annoying RNGs for me throughout my Hearthstone career, is like, I'm terrible against this deck. Oh, great, I played it 6 times in a row. Let me change to this other deck that's a really good matchup against that deck. And then as soon as you change, guess what? You're right back facing off against the deck your first deck was designed to counter. It's like the ladder knows what you're playing and queues up an opponent that's perfect against you. That seems to happen a lot. That doesn't bother me as much anymore, though. That used to be like my biggest pet peeve in Hearthstone, and lately it seems like I'm a little bit over that. I don't know what changed exactly, but I don't know what to do here. We don't have a good way to kill any of this stuff.
Welcome! Boys, make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Much love for the beard, less than 3.
Hey, Broiler94, less than 3 right back at you, man. Thanks for the 3x3 sub with the $5 sub. That's insane, dude. Really appreciate it, Broiler94. Oh, did I give him a great defile, or did he have that? Man, what? That is some garbage. Wow. I thought we were kind of safe behind our counter spell, but there he just went with the Drain Soul into the defile. Man, at least it cleared his garbage minion too. It's worth something, I guess. That's a lot of value that just evaporated from me, though. Because he also stole my Midi's Valet out of hand. Like, our board was just like half our cards, half our deck at that point. Great news, Voidwalker. Awesome. Gonna need a baller Arcane Intellect here. Not exactly what I would call a baller Arcane Intellect, I guess. Firelance Portal, of course, is great. There's a lot of damage in my hand, so I might just have to send this stuff face. Like, I don't know if we're ever gonna have minions that are relevant again. I mean, it'd be nice if we could get through his taunts at least, or keep his minions a little bit in check. Drain Soul again. Oh, wow. 4 health heal there. That's insane. It's really good against me. Yeah, that guy's pretty good. 4-6 ain't bad. Sure, thanks, Skipperino, dude. Sounds good. Thanks for the help, man. Priest gets Spirit Lash, and Warlock gets Defiled. Meanwhile, Control Paladin is crying in a corner, begging for some more AoE. Yeah, they gotta be a little bit careful with it, though, because of equality, right? If you give Paladin too much predictable AoE, their equalities become just kind of overpowered, I'm afraid. Like, of course, they already have Wild Pyro and Consecration. But, I mean, if you gave Defile to Paladin with Equality, it would just give them another super cheap way to combo off of it. Without... Well, it would still have downsides, like Wild Pyro. But it would be a good spell even without Equality, too. So it's like, every Paladin AoE gets kind of double value, because it's good with Equality, and if it's good without Equality, then it just becomes oppressive, right? It's like too much. It's just too good. I have to spend my mana, guys. It's bad. He's at 21. There's no way we win this game. We don't have enough damage in the deck. If these were both like Cabal Crystal Runners, we might have a shot. But after that Twisting Nether, like, that's just all my big stuff gone. It's not like we're overcommitting to the board either. It's just playing the only minions we had. So that sure doesn't help either. It's 5 more or 4 more health I can't get back. We're super dead. Super duper dead. What does this have to be? Like, either Kabbalist Tome or another Fireball. Alright. We're gonna ping him to death. But, you know, if I top deck another Fireball, or a Firelands Portal or something, or another Primordial Glyph, like, we have shots here. He's gonna Gul'dan and heal up is the problem. As soon as he plays Gul'dan, we should insta-concede. But, there's outs right now. Not a one-turn out yet, but there are some outs. Well, I forgot about that guy, actually. So that makes it a little harder. We now need a Fireball and a Firelands Portal. Interesting. You had to silence it that way. Okay, that's a start. Now we're still not on a Fireball out, but we have a 2-turn out now moving forward. So we have to live for 2 turns right now. Assuming no other heals. He's Drain Souled. He's played 1 Mistress, but we'll never kill a 2nd Mistress, so that doesn't matter. Pyroblast for the win? No Pyroblast, but we do have a Kabbalist Tome. Okay. Hit face once? Oh my god, really? It's so annoying. All 3 hit the Despicable Dreadlord. Like, what? Come on. Give me a break. So, this is only 6, unfortunately. We just needed to hit face once. That's such garbage. He's gonna go down.
So
here.
with the expansion not being any of the options you thought it would be, do you find yourself disappointed at all or more excited for the expansion?
No, I'm not disappointed at all, but for the record, I did say always my main facet, or my main, like, descriptor was that it was going to be about, treasure hunting. Like, that was what I always thought was the main thing. So I don't feel like I was totally wrong. It is kind of about treasure hunting, or digging for treasure, which is what I always thought it would be. It wasn't Pirates or Booty Bay or some of the other, like, Venture Co. things I teased. But, no, I'm certainly not disappointed. So we're dead to the board right now, right, if we Firelands Portal face. So this could maybe give me Leroy, but we also have a chance to draw a Fireball, and that's an instant lethal. And it's a 2 out of 11, which is much, much higher than Leroy, right? So I think we have to go for the Fireball here. Also, a Babbling Book could get me out, maybe. So let's go for the Fireball. No Fireball. So if I do hit a taunt here, I could theoretically live. Is that better than Babbling Book? If I Babbling Book into a Fireball, I can't also... No, I can still ping. Can also hit Ice Block. I guess this is slightly better. That won't do it, but he doesn't know that. I don't know. Maybe he makes a bad trade or something. We lose, but totally wrong. I know, right? I think it's the dumbest name for an expansion yet. It does seem a little specific, I guess. The name, like Kobolds as a theme, just feels a little narrow. I don't know. Kobolds are like such a small part of Warcraft in a lot of ways, right? So, I don't know. That's a little iffy, I guess, yeah. The Kobold side of it, but I still think it's cool. It's definitely not as grandiose or like as exciting or cool, pun intended, as Frozen Throne, which is like Lich King and Death Knights, and it's like, whoa, that's so much cool big stuff. This is much more small and kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but certainly less kind of eye-catching. A little more intimate in its setting, a little smaller scale. So that's an interesting change of pace that I think will lose the attention, unfortunately, of a lot of people. Like, I think some people will get kind of unexcited. I've already noticed, like, the numbers of the video views and stuff are just a little bit smaller on Kobolds than they were Frozen Throne, it seems. It's hard to tell exactly just yet because it's still pretty early, but it definitely feels like the community is a little less excited about this one, I have to say. So I think like old school Warcraft people are going to like it better than new school people, and frankly the older audience that associates more with like the dungeon crawl sort of mentality in the old D&D days and stuff. So I think probably the older you are, the more you're excited for for Kobolds and Catacombs, is my guess. And I'm somewhere in the middle of that. Like, I do, of course, remember Kobolds from back in the day in World of Warcraft. They never felt like a big part of the game, though, even then. I think we always just go this route. It's probably protecting itself with the counterspell, so seems good. To be honest, Unguro was so bad that many people were looking for something new. The Unguro meta was so bad. Do you really think so? I don't think it was that bad. I don't know.
Another warlock just sealed your doom. I just watched him make your board go boom.
You did, yeah. Is this the same
Your
guy? By the way?
RNG was less than part while his constant pressure drove him far. In the end, your fate was sealed. Now lick your wounds until you're healed.
I love it, David Hasselhoek, man. You are good, man. You're writing some beautiful lyrics. You're creating magic, man. I'm not going to play this because we're going to get defiled, right? But this is really nice. Hello, 10 damage. We're like halfway home. He's going to drain soul and defile me again, just like last time. No! Wow, okay. Deal. Awesome. We're in a much better spot than last time, then. Could just Volcanic Potion to clear the board, guys, if we wanted. Doesn't do much for me, though. I think I'd rather just have the Arcane Intellect to draw a ton of cards. Find me that damage. Okay. Still have a counterspell up, which is nice. We've healed through one of his mistresses. He's got 2 drained souls, we know. He's got Twisting Nether, a lot of stuff. I thought after the Rogue nerf in particular, the Unguro meta was pretty nice. Wow, that's so lucky I don't have any minions in hand. I have so many minions in this deck, honestly. It doesn't seem like it, but I really do. We have Bone Mares, Crystal Runners. Like, if you pulled a Crystal Runner there, he'd just be wrecked. But instead, nothing. This hand got kind of clunky again, guys. I don't know. Why didn't we have a Crystal Runner in hand, or a Curator Mage, or anything, really? Too many secrets this game. Last game, I forget what it was, but our deck was clunky too then. Or we just didn't hit our outs, maybe. I really like the Hunter spell that deals with positioning. I hope we get more cards like this for more classes. Yeah, definitely. I think any cards that encourage more skillful play are going to be great for the game. When is Marin the Fox coming? Probably a couple hours still, guys. Seemingly. Okay. Still no good plays to make. I don't think I'm ever going to do minion damage again, guys, so... As wild as it looks, I'm going to hit face with that. Because we need that face damage bad. We need these fireballs and stuff to be outs to win the game. Like, I know a lot of people would hit the 4-2 here, but I don't know how I'm ever going to get minions through these taunts without committing too much damage to them, so... Just let him trade into my stuff. Try to extend my lifespan long enough to hit things like Pyroblasts and such. We need to draw like a fireball this turn. It'll be in a good spot. We need exactly fireball this turn. Right now. Right now. Fireball. Okay. Fireball. Doesn't... I mean, it's not terrible, I guess, but... Oh, we're not going to draw any of our burn. We're going to draw, like, bone mares and stuff when they don't matter. We're going to draw those secrets and we didn't need them. Everything's going to come out of order. I feel it. I think KNC is as cool as Knights of the Frozen Throne, if not cooler. Then again, I've never played WoW. In my case, your statement about the older you are, the more hyped you are is not true, says Mustache is awesome. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Your experience does not technically make my argument untrue, I don't think, for the record. But, well, alright, let's... if I do this, I can hit him to 11. But it still takes 2 turns to get to the Pyroblast, guys. I don't know. In other words, one example does not make a data set untrue or an average untrue. But I'm glad to hear that you are of the younger variety, Mustache, and are enjoying the reveal. That's good news. I think that's awesome. I'm glad to know that it is resonating at least with some younger folks. That's really important. I don't know if I'm younger or older. I'm probably older? I don't know. Ugh, Drain Soul sucks! So I have to do this, even if... Well, I don't know. Fireball would be way better. See, like, now this is too late. This doesn't do anything for me right now. He's gonna have so many ways to heal. Drain Soul puts him at 6. Gul'dan puts him at 9. So if he top decks Gul'dan, if he plays Gul'dan here, we lose. Because we can't outrace the hero power. Siphon Soul puts him at 7. That's fine. That gives me Fireball as an out. Bone Mare is not an out, though. Gosh, I told you this would happen. I knew exactly what was going to happen. We were going to draw the Bone Mares and stuff when we didn't need them. And we'll never draw the Fireballs when we need them. It's how it works. We have so much burn left in the deck, but instead we draw the Bone Mares now, when they're useless. It's always how it works, guys. Hellfire. Almost. The Vindicare Assassin says, I'm surprised there's no Paladin secret so far. Paladin didn't get any secret this year. Yeah, that's... Sure. I don't know. Paladin secrets don't excite me much, so I guess I'm kind of happy about that. Maybe surprised is still an accurate word. But I don't get too pumped about Paladin secrets on average. They're usually rather weak and non-consequential, right? The big secret is Regis is actually 12, but the beard tricks us. Yeah, guys, look how cute my face is. I'm like a cute 12-year-old. Hey, guys. I'm only 12. That's why my hair is so beautiful.
What are your thoughts about WoW Classic?
I think it's a cool idea. I think some people will be disillusioned by WoW Classic. I think there is some sort of rose-tinted glasses, as they call it, with WoW Classic. There are, of course, other people who know exactly what WoW Classic is and know what they're getting into and want that back. I think some people will be surprised how much they don't enjoy WoW Classic when they play it. Just because it is a grind, and it was not a particularly friendly game, I guess. Not as bad as some other MMOs of the past, granted, but... Ugh, it's a terrible start. Like, how do we not hit anything? We have 2, 4... These don't really count as 2 drops because I don't want to play the 1-2. So we'll say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 minions that are 1s and 2s, and we haven't seen one yet. I don't understand. It's half our deck. Every time. We've had some really terrible draws today.
A discounted pyroblast was your only chance, but on your head his demons to dance. Too many secrets and not enough pop. This seemed to ensure that locks stay on top.
That's really good.
Another loss makes the mage bleed salt. But you were playing a lock, so it is not your fault.
Nice, David. I was like, that's really good, dude. I don't know how you're coming up with these so quickly, man. Like, the pace at which you're creating rhymes is fantastic. Really well done, man. The Mirror Entity was a turn late. Like, we are one card off numerous times here from winning like 3 more games than we've won. Everything just feels a little clunky this morning. I may have to change decks because we're just clearly something's not working today with Secret Mage, right? It's feeling weird today. Mecha Sushi, dude, thanks for the 100 bits. I'm pretty sure that's for David Hasselhoek, though, not for me. I have a feeling. I can tell. I can tell it's that particular steer. I didn't do anything cool, so I know it had to be for Hasselhoff. That's the only explanation that makes any sense.
Most of the stream, so here's a pack on me.
Matt McClenathan, thank you, man, for the 100 bits. That's awesome. Don't worry about missing the stream, dude. Just come when you can. That's all I ever ask. You guys stress too much about stream times and stuff. I'm just happy you ever show up at all, frankly. This will be Counterspell because it's the only good one against me. Yeah, Defiant's not so bad. At least we know what his deal is. At least we know what his deal is. Yeah, I'll play this. Technically a misplay, but that's okay. Too many people make misplays and then don't follow it up with the correct play. For some reason I thought we only had 5, but we had 6 mana. So, commit to letting your opponent know you screwed up. It's fine sometimes if it's just still the better play. Is it good to pre-purchase the new expansion? Yeah, Jasuko, if you're going to spend the money at all, it's usually better to do it ahead of time, right? Like to pre-buy it, because it's cheaper per pack ratio stuff. It's just nice. So we know that's Counterspell. We don't have a good proc for it. I mean, we'll have to Frostbolt through it, I guess. It's not great, but it's the best we got. And then we can play these dudes. We definitely aren't casting Firelands Portal, so... A secret would be an incredible draw at this point. We could Frostbolt into the secret into 0 cost guys and ping. Secret would absolutely fundamentally change this game. Man, now we kind of need the Frostbolt. Crap. Ugh. Like now the Frostbolt kills the Plague Scientist. I guess we could Glyph first and then Frostbolt and then play a Cabal Crystal Runner. But then we just lose the board by the trade. It's pretty bad. We might actually want the Glyph to go through. Could we hit anything good off the Glyph? Meteor's not... No, Meteor would be pretty good. Could Frostbolt to counterspell the Frostbolt and then Glyph. But that's so iffy. I think we just burn this and Frostbolt and trade. Call it a day. Because I saw, no, let's just say, for a second there the mana was wrong, and I was like, wait a minute, I should only have mana to play one of these, not 2. I like eating raw potato, so I get on bad mood, says Pixel's Power. Man, I do not know what that means just yet, Pixel's Power. I did not hit 500 wins yet, Matt. I'm still at like 490 or something, or 489, I don't know. I'm doing quests right now because I have a win... 9 games with Mage quest, or 5 games with Mage, I mean, and I cannot seem to get there, no matter what I do. Well, that's horrifying. Taunt minion, maybe? Oh! Hey! Wait, what do you know? Something I wanted to happen. That's so rare. We're probably still going to lose somehow, but hey, I'll take it. 7 health's pretty good too. He only has 6 damage available right now. I'm sure he'll just Shadow Step that Vile Spine, so it doesn't matter, but... Well, there's 7 damage. Here's 8 damage. Everything's frozen, so that does buy me a little time, but I don't think it's enough, regardless. Let's see how I win here. Ooh! Oh my gosh, please, one-time Flame Strike. One time Flame Strike. Shatter, I mean... I can Shatter, but I... Oh, gosh. Why not Flame Strike one time? I can ping, I can Shatter, I can Fireball, and trade and clear the board. And maybe play a Kobold Crystal Runner. I guess. I really want the Kobolds Tome, but it would only be good if I got Frost Nova off of it. Because it's going to be a 2-mana Tome. I'm actually going to take the Tome, guys. We don't win by shattering. Like, we never win if we shatter. So I'm going to take the Tome and try to win. Instead of not lose a little longer. Since we have the discount in play, the Tome gets really good. It actually worked. Oh my god. It actually worked. Wow. Oh, screw it. I'm going for the win. Uh-oh. That's not good. Cold blood or lethal. Oh, just Fink Cleave. Okay. That's fine. He's gonna trade on me. So he can do 15. We maybe should have pinged a minion now. Now it looks like we can't win. I was hoping we just had 18 next turn, but he had a way to kill our guy! Ugh.
Tome, tome, tome.
Damn it! Sucks that he had a way to kill my guy! Ugh. We'd have it, if not, right? We'd have 18. We can clear, I think, or come close to clearing, maybe, and we probably have to. This is 7, 9. The ping doesn't actually do anything here, though. Can we even stay alive? Trade. Fireball. We leave him at 5. Yeah, we can stay alive, but we clear our board. How do we ever win that game? I have to hit a Bone Mare. There's nothing to do. You're just dead. You never win if you trade. I don't think we can win, though. I don't think we can win. It's just like we're at 3 health, right? Alright. I wish I had a fireball right now. Well, I obviously have to pyroblast that. Okay. Okay. Been in worse scenarios, I suppose. We will get Mary and the Fox, guys, just a little bit later, I think. Oh, if he couldn't have killed my stupid freaking... if he couldn't have killed my guy, we would have been totally fine. What is this card? Why isn't he playing this? What is this? Just play it for the body eventually, right? Like... I might need this for removal, but I also might need it to do damage next turn. Like, if I draw Firelands Portal, I can't cast this, you know? So let's see. If we do this now, he goes to 12. This is 5 damage on board, based on what we... But we have Mirror Entity, too. I'm going to go ahead and cast this now, guys. And I'll tell you why. It's because there's a good chance we draw a 7-drop. We have a 3 out of 10 to draw a 7-drop. In which scenario, and even Babbling Book, too... We may not have the mana to cast this anyway, and it might set me up for lethal next turn, depending on the Mirror Entity target, right, first off. And secondly, just the raw damage and the buffing the Mana Worm return earlier. So now we have 5, this is actually 6 is 11, and this is 12. So this puts me on a Firelands Portal lethal, especially depending on the Mirror Entity target, as I said. Like, yes, we can't use the Fireball on a minion, but he didn't play anything anyway, and we have to win this turn because of the hero power, right? He's just going to kill me. Unless we hit a freeze, like a frostbolt face would keep me alive. Maybe. So, here we go. Shadow Step. That's pretty smart, actually. No, but he kills the stats on it, so not necessarily. Because I still have 3 minions that trade in. That doesn't really change. Wait a minute. First off, is this lethal, right? This is 3, 5, 9, 11, 12. Right? Right? Oh my
I'm
god.
Callum BTW, probably easier to say. This is my fab deck, really drags the game out, but deals with almost everything, would appreciate it. Cheers and have a good day from the UK.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I just gotta count this math. 3, 5, 9, 11, 12. Let's count again afterwards, right? 4 plus 4 is 8, plus that is 9. Woo! Woo! Oh, God, these games are scary every time. Callum, I'll try to remember that. It's honestly kind of tough to remember, like, associations of usernames with real names sometimes, but if I remember it, I'll be sure to call you Callum. Otherwise, Selvive will just have to do. But anyway, man, yeah, I'll check out that list. Let me take a look. And thanks again for the awesome donation, dude. Why is it so hard to click this link? Oh, it's not, actually. I was trying to copy it, but you can just click it. So that's that. We'll save that quest for later. I don't want to play those. I'm going to go back to Paladin.
Myrtle.
Mac and Sushi, dude, thanks for the 100 bits. Deacon Cross, thanks for the 100, dude. Appreciate it. You guys always say quick maths, but it's like you gotta make sure, guys. I'm famous for the 2 plus 3 equals 6. So, you don't want to make a mistake if you know, leaving yourself with 1 health there. That was a pretty fun game. All that math had to count 3 times. Hey! Gotta be better. What's that phrase? Better safe than sorry. A lot of you guys would have been real sorry if you got it wrong. Okay, there was a little flutter in the math thanks to the mana worm, right? We had to kind of recalculate that bonus one. That addition of 1 was tough. So let's take a look at Callum's Control Warrior here. I got to be honest with you, I don't know Dead Man's Hand list well enough to say a lot about him. Like, to really give a lot of powerful recommendations or anything. But there's a couple things that do stand out to me about this one that seem unusual based on what I have seen. So take my advice with, you know, some grain of salt, as they say, I guess. But I don't think Mortal Strike makes a lot of sense to me. You know, you're not typically looking to do any sort of damage, and there are better removal options than Mortal Strike. So that feels weird. Like, I think I'd rather run a Shield Slam than a Mortal Strike, right? Because you have the opportunity to get so much armor from Bring It On and Shield Block, and it's way cheaper and more flexible, and you're not really ever looking to do a lot of damage, so Mortal Strike feels unusual. Like, I would cut a Mortal Strike and add in a second Direhorn Hatchling in a heartbeat. Abomination also feels a little unusual. I don't totally hate it. I kind of understand it. It's just a taunt and an AoE and a Whirlwind effect. But I have a feeling you could probably find a better card than that. Like, even a second Primordial Drake might go farther. Bone Mare also just feels a little counterintuitive, because Bone Mares are usually more about the defensive nature than they are the offensive nature. So that feels a tad unusual to me. This hand is terrible. Just terrible. Beyond that, it looks good. It makes sense. A lot of defensive tools, some value generators. Seems pretty good. I'm curious how it's been playing, though, more than anything. Readers used to try an egg deck with Crazed Alchemist and Kooky Chemist. Yeah, of course. When Marin comes out, that's plan number 1, right? Like, that's... I'm not probably going to be streaming, unfortunately, this morning when Marin comes out, so I'm planning to hop back on later this evening a little bit and doing a short stream this afternoon, kind of this evening early, just to... that seems a tad premature, maybe, but works for me. Just to squeeze in some Marin games. I'd like to have like a Marin video and stuff, so I'm going to try my best to find some time for that after kind of in between work this evening. Do you know Big Shack? No, I know of Shaquille O'Neal, the basketball player. I'm a pretty big NBA fan, but I don't know what Big Shaq means. Hey Reed, it's worth it to buy 7 packs or the first wing of Karazhan. Well, the thing about Karazhan, I say this a lot, it's gonna rotate out, so it really just depends on... Ooh, silence, baby. Wow, that's rough, man. It's rude. It just depends on whether you play standard format or whether you're looking to play more wild format, right? Sure. All about value in this matchup. So we can handle a couple things with Sunkeeper. Like, I'd love for him to actually play Yashiraj, not these Lich Kings. I'm hoping we can still... Can we kill that? Not if he pains. Crap! We needed him to not do that. Because we needed to be able to kill the Lich King on board. We didn't want to have to commit this Sunkeeper yet. It's way too early for this, because... I have to do it, though. We can't let him get some, Lich King cards. They're too good on average. But I really didn't want to have to use this yet. I wanted to send in those minions to trade into it legitimately, right? Now this one's a problem. Oh, we can actually Bone Marrow. Oh, wow, we can't Bone Marrow. Jeez, he's doing a great job keeping my stuff off the board. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh, so frustrating. He was even 4 attack, too, and he found the one Lich King card that got him there. That's tough. I mean, granted, he has another Lich King card, but still. Ah, oh, God, let me stabilize a minion, dude! Oh, he hit Bards on 5, and all this removal is perfect so far for him. It's going to be tough to win this one. Some people might be calling for Aldor Peacekeeper, but it doesn't matter if that has 1 or 8 attack. What really matters is it generating the cards. That's the problem.
Whoa, legendary!
That's Big Shaq, huh? Okay. He seems like a small Shaq, for the record. I'm looking at the lyrics. Oh, I see. Quick maths. I got it. I got it. 2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths. Ah, I see what you guys are on about now. I understand, finally. I get it. Somehow we're still not out of this, but he's had so many Lich King cards, I think that's the problem. Regis is ignoring me. Not really. Regis want a 1v1 against my Millhouse deck. No, I don't do 1v1s on stream unless it's part of like a tournament specifically. But thanks for the offer, Andre. I'm sure it's fun to play against Millhouse in particular. It sounds crazy. I play more Wild than Standard. I feel it does not get the respect it deserves. Well, yeah, I mean, attention is probably the word I would use as opposed to respect. Like, I think a lot of people know it's a cool format. It's just, it doesn't get enough attention or enough content focus or something. I'm not sure, but I agree with you, Lily. I wish I had more time for Wild myself. I don't want to prioritize Wild just because... Another Obliterate. Oh my god, he's almost dead, though. Like, that's kind of risky to give me this much damage. And you're at 12 health. Anti-magic shell. Okay. Could still kill that thing. I'm playing this now because I need the body, right? Not about the... I don't still actually care about the attack at all. So we sort of have lethal on board because this dude took a bajillion points of damage. Dragonfire Potion leaves me with a 9 damage, so we could top deck a lethal, theoretically. He still has a ton of Lich King cards. So, like, Doom Pact, for instance, clears the board. Obsidian Statue heals him for a bajillion damage, as always is the case. Great. Well, not really a bajillion, I guess. It's going to heal him for 4. I don't want that to die from this. I also don't want my Aldor Peacekeeper to die, so I'm sure it will. It did. Every time. So the one minion that can attack and do extra damage, so of course it died. It's great news. Why not one of the 1/1s, man? He'd beat 11. We'd be in position again to just kill him. Now it's a little harder. We're 1 off. And he has 0 power heal. Ugh. He needs to have a threat, though. Like, we've gotten through both Eternal Servitudes, a real Obsidian statue, a fake Lich King. He needs to have another minion to play. Yasharaj is risky because we could just hit him in the face, right? We have 9, 12, 13, 14. We'd need 1 damage to kill him with the Yasharaj. We probably won't hit it, though. I don't even know how we're still in this. No, it's unbelievable. Don't assume Big Shack's height. Oh man, I'm in trouble for calling him Small Shack. Uh-oh. Is it easier to get to Legend in Standard or Wild? I've heard it's easier in Wild. There's like a Reddit thread about that recently. A lot of people were saying Wild was considerably easier. Oh look, he's getting a ton of Lich King card value. Who would have guessed? We would have actually top decked the lethal if he hadn't healed there. Like if he hadn't done his play. Of course, he has the opportunity to do his play, so we'll see. He has heal. Well, you don't actually know that, Lily White God. Like, we have to presume he has heal, because he has a ton of Lich King cards for Death Coils, potential heal, and of course he runs double Greater Healing Potion. But we can't play in a way as to suggest that we have no outs, right? We have to try to play as if there's some opportunity for us to win the game. And the real only opportunity for us to win the game is to assume he doesn't have the things he needs to beat us. Otherwise, we just lose and there's no reason to play and we should just concede. Like, which is an argument to make. Like, it might just be more efficient to concede. That could indeed be the case. But if we start playing like that, then there's no reason to continue the game, right? We should just call it quits. Should have hero powered first before doing this. So we're still kind of in a position to win here. Dragonfire Potions are probably going to be what beats me here. But, again, we have to try to win. We have to pretend we can win. If you don't think you can win, if you have any hope, you have to pretend you can win. He's played both real Obsidian statues. He doesn't have a res for the statues, so he has like Ysera, Yasharaj, the real Lich King still. He's used 3 horrors, so he's out of those. There's the real Lich King. And a Spirit Lash. Okay, we need like, what do we need? Another Tyrion, another Lich King, maybe a Bone Mare. Probably not a Vicious Fledgling, if I'm being honest. I don't think that was it.
True that. Played them outs.
That's right, Mecha Sushi. We're trying, man. I try for you guys. Most of the time, it'd be wiser to concede and just cut your losses and start a new game, right? Like, that's really the correct ladder strategy. Is we lose this game 97% of the time. Where we're at currently, not at the beginning, but where we're at currently, we lose this game a vast majority of times. There's so many ways he still beats me. A second Spirit Lash, another Greater Healing Potion, Dragonfire Potion times 2. What else does he have that beats me? Probably not Yasharaj. We probably beat that. But there has to be a Dragonfire Potion that is, coming soon. He's through 19 cards, so he still has a couple Lich King cards too. I think he's only played like 1 or 2, 3, 4. Actually, he's played 5. That might be. Well, he just got one, so we know he has 1. But he might only have 1 more. And then it's just Yasharaj, Ysera. Is that it? Free from Amber? Well, that's actually pretty slow. I don't mind that so much. There's not a guarantee that this is taunt. Oh. Charged Devil Sword is pretty good, though. That's a lot of board value. Ugh, we don't hit this guy ever when we need it. Man, that sucks. Really sucks. In other words, this would have been great against an Obsidian statue a long time ago, but now it's kind of just a 5-4. Where is Lich King? Where is Tyrion? Where's Bone Mare? Even a Spikered Steed. I have outvalued these decks before, where we just somehow manage to kill all their threats, and we just win on the long game, but it's really hard. Really, really hard. You have to line up everything perfectly, and you have to get really good stone hills. And I don't think we got a great stone hill. I don't remember what our stone hill was. What did we get off stone hill, guys? I don't remember. Oh, a Tyrion. We got an extra Tyrion off. So that's a pretty good stone hill. Ugh. These are so good, and we're not gonna... we're just wasting them. We have to play them. So I managed to get a golden Keliseth, and I would... Oh my god, that's risky, kinda. Wow. Wow. He's gonna pull probably Ysera off this. It's probably enough to win the game, but still pretty risky that he didn't get anything and he burned a bunch. He's lucky that he actually managed to hit Yashiraj. Really lucky. Man, that sucks. Well, I mean, not really lucky. That might be an unfair description, because it was... I guess he had 8 cards at the time, and 2 of them were minions. So he had about a 25% chance to hit a minion. That's going to whiff. There's no minions left. Yeah. Okay. Well, if he starts taking trades a lot here, Potion of Madness, yeah, that's fine. We need to hit Lich King or Tyrion stat. I don't even think it's enough, though, because... Oh, my god, are you serious? Oh, wow, thank you, that's good. Thinned out my deck for me a little bit, man. Still gonna die to the board just because Ysera is generating a ridiculous amount of value. Everything's good. Dream is great. Oh, we whiffed. We whiffed it. That's 16, 18. We're dead. We can't win. Tough. We had outs is what's sad. We had a lot of outs. If we'd drawn in just a little bit different order, if we hit some Stonehills or Tyrions or Lich Kings, we would have won that game. Really tough. Like, when we got the Spellbreakers was wrong. It happens. It's Hearthstone. It's a card game. You draw. That's how it works. But it's just sad that we lost an opportunity there. I'm glad we played it out. I think I learned a lot about this matchup.
Make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Hello, hello, it's the perfect knockout in the house.
Hey, perfect knockout, man. Thanks for the 2-month resub. Appreciate it. PKO in the house. Thanks, dude, for the continued support. There's been a lot of subs and resubs this morning, guys. Thank you, everybody. A ton of viewers today, too. We're at 139 viewers this morning, so thanks for hanging out, everybody. By the way, guys, if you are watching over on YouTube by any chance, you should always know that there is a Twitch stream. It's always in the descriptions of all my videos, the link to my Twitch stream. So I encourage you to hop over to Twitch, give it a follow, catch me live, hang out, watch me play some Hearthstone, lose to priests. Dear Jason. Is this the real Dear Jason? Isn't Dear Jason somebody good? I feel like Dear Jason's an actual player. Or used to be, at least, more famous. Dear Jason, Hearthstone player database. Gosu Gamers. I wonder if he's streaming right now. Does he still stream? Somebody check if Dear Jason is streaming. Always like to know when we're playing those stream matches. When I'm on stream. Not a lot of people actually call me PKO, but that's what I'm going to shorten my name to when I can. I seem to remember you calling yourself PKO. That's why I called you PKO. Hope I didn't get it wrong. Thought I was being hip and cool. thought I was being good. If in fact I'm being bad, let me know. Thought I was ahead of the curve, not behind it. I don't ever want to be behind the curve. Alrighty. We're gonna get swiped. So hard. Wonder if this is big or Jade. No real indications yet. Probably big, though, honestly. Dear Jason seems like a big druid kind of player, and we haven't seen any Jade stuff yet, so. And double Mire Keeper, a lot of ramp. It's looking like big to me. It's gonna be tough. He's ramped really, really well. Man, I hate it. We never, ever, ever, ever get Wind Fury. I'm so well aware of psychological biases, but I just can't believe it's possible that we always hit non-Wind Furies. Oh, this is definitely due, Jason. He has the Golden Celebration card back. That's impossible to get unless you're a pro, essentially. Okay, that's a bit of an issue. That's a problem for us. Needless to say. Definitely big druid, by the way. Dear Jason is not streaming right now, I see, yeah. Yeah, Guadalupe, yeah, you pointed it out. Card back definitely indicates it's a real person. A real pro. Yeah, that's actually not bad. Medivh's okay. It signals Spreading Plague, but it's not a second Primordial Drake, so we can hopefully just trade in here a little bit with Spikered Steed and... Right now, it doesn't matter if this is alive or not for the Spreading Plague, because he's only going to get one anyway. He always gets one no matter what right now, so there's no reason to suicide it. And it'll stick around for Bone Mare, which is nice. I think we're still going to lose now that he hit the ultimate infestation on 10 with the Medivh, so he's getting a 10 drop here. It's about as big of a swing as possible. Oh, it's the worst one, but we're still just not going to be able to get there on damage or value. Just playing this one out for the fun of it, but we're going to lose hard. He hit the Great Ramp, Wild Growth Markkeeper, Markkeeper is perfect. That's what the deck does, though, right? That's what we'd have to expect it to do. I want the Golden Celebration card back, but the Dollar on Flame card back is the second best thing. Yeah, they're both pretty hard to get, right? That's the problem. They're both pretty amazing. Hey, Kelisat. You show up even in games you're not supposed to. Or at least in decks you're not supposed to. You were already in this game. Lich King's not going to do enough for us here. He's going to be able to play another giant minion. Can't play Primordial Drake, though, so just Smell Fury. He should go Poisonous, I think. He knows I'm playing medium-sized threats. Oh, what's for the taunts? I like it. Cool. He might think I run Consecration. This is not a normal deck list, so that's probably why he didn't play the Poisonous. Death and Decay. Okay. Does kill a lot of his stuff right now, but I would presume he trades in most of the 2 health things here to be safer. What do you think the worst legendaries in Frozen Throne are? I don't know, I'd have to think about it. We can take a look at the data. Murabi is pretty bad. Lillian Voss, I know, is pretty bad. The 3 Prince is pretty bad. It's technically been played before, but not really. It's mostly a meme that it's played. Aldor plus Spike Ridge, honestly, keeps me alive, I think. Trades fairly reasonably into the board. The problem is, of course, we still have Deathwing Dragonlord, Deathwing, Yashiraj. What other threats does he have? A lot. I don't know how we're still alive. Like, it's looking at what he's played. We have a lot of stuff incoming still. Lich King, that's one. It's definitely another one. Death and Decay does get me through the Lich King, but I think I die to the trade. Which, I guess, ultimately is not really getting you through it, is it? Yeah, Wicker Flame's not bad, it's a heal. Might be enough to help me trade into Lich King, we'll see. He's got swipes as well, though, so double swipe might just kill me soon. Because he's drawn through 20 cards, and he has a ton in hand, of course. And he has a Lich King card, too, so swipe, Death Coil, tons of stuff. Kills me. I almost think swipe should be a card that only goes towards minions instead of face. Like, the 1 damage could still hit face, but it can only target minions, I guess. So deal 4 damage to a minion and 1 damage to all other enemies, instead of deal 4 damage to an enemy. I really want to see Murabi be an amazing card. Oh yeah, Murabi is a card I'm rooting for as much, if not more, than any other card. I really want Murabi to be cool. But let's see, the the least played legendaries in Frozen Throne are in fact Murabi, Tal'Darim, Lillian Voss, Blood Queen Lanethel, Professor Putricide, in that order. So Murabi is the worst, the least played. Win rate wise, in decks they're played in, the lowest win rate is Murabi, Blood Queen Lanethel, Valera, Rotface, Garrosh. So that's interesting. It's a little different than you might expect there at the end. Okay. We're hanging in there. Is this... I can't believe he hasn't just killed me with swipes and death coils and stuff. It's so weird. He's down to 14. There it is. There's the swipe. Hero power plus dude gets it. Yeah, it's odd how much we're going toe-to-toe with these like super greedy big decks. Like big druid, big priest. We're lasting a long time. We're making them work for it, which I think is fun. Like if somebody's playing a really big greedy deck, like I want them to play it as long as they can, you know? Like I want them to be committed to it. I want them in on it. Interesting that Professor Putrified is not as bad as people think. I mean, sure. I don't know how bad people think he is. He's not great, of course. His deck win rate's okay, so there's somebody out there playing a deck somewhere that works with him that's probably better than some people think. I think that's true. But he's sure not playing much, so he's not influential at the very least. But I definitely want to give the card more shots myself. Like, I want to make Putricide good, too. Will you make a Twitch server channel thingy? I might have already, to tell you the truth. I don't know. The Twitch app, to me, I don't ever get in there and mess with it. I think I did something technically in the Twitch app. I don't remember if that's what I did or not. I'm not sure. I think this is going to die anyway. It's whatever removal he has, right? Like Shadow Bolts or Drain Souls or something. But it's more likely to die if there's a 2-2 on board thanks to Mortal Coil. So went ahead and played the weapon first with the hope to stick this fledgling this turn on an empty board, or at least sort of empty depending on what he does. Empty board, we'll trade into that. So hopefully now this sticks. It still probably dies. He might even like Hellfire it or something if he wants to, but... That's not too bad. Doomsayer is definitely worse. Cannot kill those, so that's tough. I could squeeze in 3 damage to face if I wanted this turn, but I'd sacrifice my whole board. I could get Death Rattle off of the fledgling and do 3 damage to face. That's pretty unlikely and really not that advantageous. I'd rather just have minions in hand, I think, for the Grime Street, so I think we just pass. It's probably cleaner there. Is Hadronox bad? It's not great. Perfect Knockout says it's really good. It's immediately after I say that. Hadronox is really slow. He's played in 0.3% of decks, and he has a 46% win rate when played, and a 46% win rate in decks that he's ran in. That would make him the 7th worst legendary in Frozen Throne. He's just really hard to work with, right? There might be a world where he's better, but Druid has 2 great modes of play right now with Jade and Big, and Hadronox does not fit into either of those. So outside of some sort of specific niche deck that somebody's built, like a homebrew, he's certainly not an influential part of the meta. I think everybody underrates the mage legendary weapon. Why do you think that, Erwin? I'm curious to hear your thoughts, because I gave it a pretty bad score, so I'm also someone who would be underrating it. So I'd love to hear why I'm wrong. What's your standout favorite legendary? I like Lyra a lot. I like Sunkeeper Tarim a lot. I don't know why, but I like the Unguro legendaries. At least those 2 in particular, a lot. Historically, though, Alexstrasza has been one of my favorite cards. I like Alex because she was my first legendary. Good minions in hand. Normally we have a couple spells or weapons to kind of mitigate the value on this guy. So we are not great against Hellfire, but not terrible because this lives for a trade. Or that guy. It's a Hellfire, right? Same difference. All right, let's just do this. Wish this was 4/4 for the second Hellfire type card. So here's a question. If I play Doomsayer and there are 2 Marin chests on the field, do I get both? Yeah, it's a Death Rattle effect.
Aha!
So if somehow you got 2, you would definitely get both. Hey, Appleton, how's it going? Hadronox needs Taunt to be playable. That would help a lot, I think. Yeah, it would make him go a long way. Okay, we can actually hit face with our Vicious Fledgling here. It's not terrible. Scared we're playing into a board wipe a little bit, but Wind Fury? It's never one time. Not one time, guys. Not once have I hit Wind Fury, I don't think. Never. Regis, Hadronox with the new Death Rattle Ooze. Yeah, you could definitely do some crazy stuff with multiple Hadronoxes, that's for sure. It would be a cool combo. Like, I think that's what I meant to say about Hadronox. I don't know if I said it, but I don't think he's good right now, but he's the kind of card that does something so crazy that those sorts of cards always have the potential to become very relevant in the future, right? Like, is he good right now? Probably not. Is he gonna be good? Maybe. He does something nuts. Army of the Dead's so good for us. I wish we had Army of the Dead. We have so many minions.
Boys, make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Hey, Super Lucas Pukey, dude. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, man. I really appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, man. That puts us at 258 subs, I think. It's a lot. Thank you. Okay, we get to keep Lich King alive. That's sort of baller. Unfortunately, we don't really get to deal with the Epistle Enforcer too well. This only does 5. And I can't push through the 3 health guys either. I think we'll just hold this Death Coil, honestly. Suppose we could Corpse Taker and... Well, the Lich King is not protected. It has Taunt as well, so this is fine. I don't see a reason to hit that. Well, he might hit here. No, he probably hits here, so there's no reason to hit that. Well, actually, if we Death Coil, it could protect my Grime Street Enforcer. I'm going to go ahead and Death Coil on the off chance it protects the Enforcer. Obliterate's not good. We really wanted a big one. We got 2 smaller ones. We needed Frostborn or Army of the Dead, really, more than anything. Oh, whoa, we're going to get Hellfired again. Or whatever. Oh, no, we're going to get Defiled. Oh, gross, man. That's super gross, dude. Tyrion. See you, buddy. Bone Mare. Alright, well, that's a great Obliterate target, obviously. Sure. This dies to the hero power. Let's hold. Let's hold till there's a time maybe it works better. Excited for Mary and the Fox? Oh, definitely, man. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Even if it sucks or, like, the meta totally counters it, it's gonna be fun just to have a new card, like, to play with. Just to goof around and see it in action. I love that they're sending us cards early. I didn't really do much with Volcanosaur when it came out early. I just, for whatever reason, didn't get that excited about Volcanosaur. But I am all about Marin. New Legendary, crazy new cards off of him. It's going to make for some highlights for sure. Lich King trade seems reasonably good. It's going to be really hard to outvalue the Hero Power moving forward, but we're sure going to try. We're sure going to try. Oh, there we go. We have a second Twisting Nether to think about, though. So that's our biggest challenge right now. We probably just play this ASAP and hope he doesn't have it right. Just decrease the likelihood it's something he's drawn by now. Can even spell break this dude if we wanted. Alright, 4 minions isn't... Oh, that's sort of the worst possible assemblage of minions, I think. Like, no Tyrion. Well, I guess we didn't have that much good stuff left. Didn't have much left, so that's probably not the worst. This is good resiliency against Twisting Nether, at least. Trades here, hero powers here. We have this. It's a good bone mirror target, too. I still think we lose, but we've got a shot. We've got something possible happening. By the way, guys, 150 viewers right now. Pretty nuts. That makes us the 7th most watched English Hearthstone stream for Twitch this morning, which is really, really good. Higher than Ratsma, of all people, which is insane. Maybe he's just getting rolling. I don't know how many people normally watch that, but nonetheless, pretty bonkers to me. We could also just Spikered Steed. But, I don't know. Let's just go for it, I guess. I'm never going to win in Fatigue. I have to do damage. Well, even that's not even good enough. There's no way to win this game. Like, the more I sit here and look at it, it's just the more impossible it is to win this game. I don't know how to win. I think that most of the time trades in. We'll see. Maybe the hype wasn't as great for Volcanosaur because it's only a golden rare. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a big part of it. It's not a legendary, right? Is the treasure chest for Marin a death rattle? Yeah, indeed it is. It's kind of like a soft N'Zoth counter in a way, if you think about it, guys, right? Because it's not something you'd want to bring back from N'Zoth. So.
Boys, make some room by the heart, won't ya?
Alright, well, that's actually not the worst in the scheme of things. Eternal Nightmare. Oh, no. I can't read. An Eternal Nightmare. Thank you for the $5 sub, man. That's awesome. Thanks for the new sub. Appreciate it. That's a ton of new subs today, guys. A lot of bits this morning, too. Like, we're at 1850 bits, $15 in donations, and I don't know, like a bajillion subs. At least a bajillion. Probably like 7, 8, 10 subs. I don't know. But nonetheless, guys, thank you so much. Defile is
2K.
I don't know if it's that great. Defile. Whoa, Deacon Cross, man. Thanks for the 150 bits. Evening it out, going straight to 2K. That's not too bad, dude. Thanks a lot to hit 2K this morning. Appreciate it, dudes. And all the, ooh, Deacon Cross, too, slamming the Golden Regis emote. Looks good. Legendary Regis emotes look nice too, guys. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate all the love, as always. And 164 viewers. I have to believe the, I think the expansion hype's starting to get real, guys. Starting to get real. We know this dude runs Spellbreaker. Like, do I have to split my Spellbreaker, my Spikered Steeds here? Oh, yeah, I think we have to. I lose out on 2 instant damage, but we have to split it. We need these stats to live. Well, somehow we're kind of in a position to win right now. It's weird. He can obviously attack here. That's really good. We only have 5 damage on board. Well, we don't have enough minions left to win, I guess. So we're not going to win. Even with good Sunkeeper buffs, I don't think we can get there. He's at 13 health.
I
We
have
only
a
have
quest
3 on board.
480 gold. Can I play you?
Smash Potato, not during the stream, unfortunately, man. I just can't take 1v1s on the stream, and then, like, everybody needs to do it, you know, and I'm just playing a chain of 1v1s forever. So it's not, in other words, it's not fair to everybody else if I can't do it across the board, right? I mean, I could kill that, obviously, with Sunkeeper Tarim, but I don't think I want to. Puts me ahead of 2-6 on the board. I can play Hero Power Sunkeeper for 2 3/3s on the board the following turn. Like, what's he going to play to follow this up? I don't know. Let's just go face. We're also killing his 6-4, which gives me quite a bit of value. So, I think we're going to lose no matter what, because we're fatiguing faster, and his hero power just generates so much health. So I don't feel good about that. Oh, that's tough. It's the better option, but still tough. I don't see a path to victory here. This just loses to the hero power. I mean, we're gonna try, but these don't charge or anything, so we're never gonna stabilize fast enough here. Trade, hero power. We have 6 maybe that attacks. Like it's possible. It's possible. Defile, second defile. No, he's used defiles. Hellfire's awfully good. It's awfully good. We can Spellbreaker, Corpse Taker, hero power. Spellbreaker dies for free though, unfortunately. And I don't think Corpse Taker hero power. We're only gaining 1 damage per turn over him with these, so they don't do much. 162 viewers. Hype is real. Thanks, guys. Oh, Nathaniel Max says, came here from a YouTube search on Marin. Nice, man. YouTube's doing something cool for me for once. Yay, YouTube algorithm. Bringing me viewers. What a wonderful world we live in. Yeah, this is how we lose, guys. Again, another like super control deck we've almost gone toe-to-toe with. Just almost gotten over the hump. But end up coming up like a damage or 2 shy along the way and like can't find what we need. Concede, Regis? No. You know better than that. We gotta let this guy finish his quest. his quest to deal a bajillion damage to the opposing hero. There we go. Regis, what card will you miss that rotates to Wild on April next year from MSOG, Karazhan, and Old Gods? Oh boy, I will definitely be doing videos on that, so stay tuned to April, right, for those videos to hit, and I'll tell you specifically, if I had to think about it right now, what cards from the rotating set will I miss the year of the Kraken set will I miss the most? Is it year of the... Yeah, it's currently year of the Mammoth, so that was year of the... These cards came out in year of the Kraken, yeah. Patches I'll miss a lot. Jade Idol, no. No, I'm kidding. What will I actually miss?
Even when you change decks, you can't beat a lock. Hand buff Pally just sinks like a rock. Playing big dudes must really feel cool, but in the end, Duther looks like a tool.
Ooh!
The Warlock's power makes him rule supreme, as he stands on your face while you cry and scream.
Wow, David Hasselhoff, man, still good. That's great. That was so fast, too. You must be writing these anticipating a loss. Like, you must know I'm going to lose, so you do it ahead of time. How else would you have time to do it? Just for you, David Hasselhoff. Hulking out, man. Looking good as the green Regis here. I don't know why some shirts go fully green and other times they sort of turn purple. It has something to do with, like, color... I don't know, the quadrants or whatever, the color wheel or something, who knows, but anyway. No Amazon Prime, but should I ever get a second sub, it would be to Regis. Thanks, Delaney. Appreciate the sentiment, man. Save your subs, spread them around, guys. Spread the wealth, show some love to people. I don't need all the subs. I do just fine. My heart goes out for Evolve and Devolve. Yeah, that's a good example. I was looking at the list here, like Mire Keeper I'll miss, Kazakis I think I'll miss. I think Vandrel's a pretty cool card, even though I've hated Druid most of the time he's been out. So I kind of miss Vandrel, maybe. Dirty Rat's an important card to exist, I think. So I'll probably miss Dirty Rat. Are we playing the same guy? Why is it all Control Warlocks this morning? Yeah, same guy. Is this the 3rd straight game against this guy? Or just 2? I just don't think we can beat this deck. I guess this is just the 2nd game, but it feels like we played a ton of Control Warlocks this morning. Who else will I miss? Yasharaj I'll kind of miss a little bit, even though I sort of hate it. It's one of those things that's fun to play, but terrible to play against. N'Zoth I'll miss. It's a cool card. Finja's pretty cool. I'll miss Finja. Yaxaron, I'm gonna miss, honestly. He's given me a lot of bad times, but also a lot of good times. So it's one of those things where you gotta love to hate him. But Rip Kobolds Tome, sure. I don't know if I'll miss that one too much personally, but I can see why people like it. Hey, I'm making Handlock, and I was wondering if you could give me some assistance and card ideas, since I'm not the best player in the world. I feel like there's a slight presumption there that I am the best player in the world and I can provide assistance. I don't know if that's the case, unfortunately. I just don't know. Man, this sucks. Like, we Grime Street, we get the buff, but he gets a free trade, which is pretty painful for us. So we don't really have a good way to do 1 damage either, so it's just sort of sitting out there forever. We can Aldor it and try to kill it over multiple turns, but then we end up just hero powering. I guess we can just slam a Skelemancer and sort of punish the Despicable Dreadlord in a way. I don't know. That seems fine. Make him do it. Because even if he like Hellfires or something, it's we're getting this guy and that's gonna die anyway to a Hellfire, so could discourage some trading and stuff regardless. But as far as a Handlock deck, I mean, I can't just read off a whole list, right? I mean, the best recommendation is just to go find a list that's already made, like a good Handlock list. Whether it's like on Hearthbone or hsreplay.net or Hearthstone Top Decks, there's a lot of great places to get decks. And start from there and look at the cards you have and the cards you don't have, right? And find out sort of what you need to make it work for your particular collection. And just go from there. And then I would be happy to make, like, if there's a few cards that you tweaked or whatever, take a look at it and say, like, this one looks a little off, or this one looks a little unusual to me, or this doesn't fit the game plan. But, just starting from scratch, it's hard to just come up with a 30-card list for you off the top of my head. I would just do the same thing I'm recommending, which is just going and finding a list somewhere and building it to your specifications, your liking, your playstyle, tweaking it a little bit here and there. Hope that makes sense. That's what we all do, right? Just Google is the best. I don't have anything to do here, guys. I don't know what to do. I still have just terrible turns. We know that he runs 6/6s, so this is a little bit wasted if it's not on a 6/6. But what other possible play do I have? Just Grime Street Enforcer? Whatever. I'm over it. I don't know. We're gonna lose, so. No, I'm just not like invested in the strategy of this game right now because I have a feeling we're gonna lose because we lost last time and we're in a worse spot than we were last time. Really clunky cards in hand. We have more of our reactive stuff in hand, right? Like these two kind of rely on countering something, and unfortunately they don't counter his board state right now. So the two sort of proactive cards we have look really bad simply because he's ahead on the board. So it leaves us in a really awkward position right now. Thankfully, we do have a way to keep my 8/8 alive. That's nice. Does this still count? Yeah, okay. It's the end of his turn. Wording is a little shaky, but...
Your magic shall not save.
I think we'll save that guy and play this guy. We're not getting Twisting Nethered yet, so we have a turn to do a ton of damage. So we'll see if he has answers, right? He has to have an answer this turn. Like, he has Abyssal Enforcer, so he could trade 3 of these in, but this would still be at 1 health after the Abyssal. He'd need to trade, like, here and kill... He'd go face with this one, he'd kill it. Siphon Soul's is an answer for that, alternatively, I guess. He's gonna tank this one. Okay. That's not too bad. We can Grime Street and Fledgling and trade. Maybe we Grime Street and Stonehill instead. Save the Fledgling as sort of a last out with the Spikered Steed next turn. It's a giant Fledgling that we steed up. He runs Spellbreakers though, so Steed is never something we want to bet too much on. I guess we could do this first, see what we get, right? Oh god, why? These are so bad. Oh, these are so bad. Oh, that was awful. I took this one because it's a little better with the steed, right? And the plus attack might make a difference. We'll see. Hey, Regis Senpai just started playing WoW. Any advice? By the way, do you know what Trollden is Russian? I'm also Russian. No, I don't know what that says. You're using a lot of weird characters I can't make out. But I have stopped playing WoW. Carven Boom, I played the first like 6 months of Legion. Probably 7 months of Legion. I don't really have any recommendations. Just have fun. Take your time. Don't try to like grind out to 110 immediately or anything. Just go slow. Have fun. Do your thing. Don't rush it. You'll be much happier than if you rush it. And just focus on the game, the aspects of the game that you enjoy. Don't like try to be the best all the time or whatever it might be, you know. This is actually a pretty good way to get guaranteed value off of our Spikered Steed. Because like I said, he has Spellbreakers in the stack, and we know that. So if we try to do this where we're not instantly activating the Death Rattle, then there's a good chance it just dies. So let's go ahead and get the damage bonus, get the Death Rattle, so they get the buff off the dude here. We could have killed the Doomsayer, but I just want to get the guaranteed value and put him on it, right? Like, let's do the damage. Like, I like just getting the damage out. We have chargers in the deck. I know people want me to kill the Doomsayer. I don't think that's right. We should have talked about it a little more and explained why that is, but we just want to push. We're going to kill him. We have to find it right now. And we have a chance to with a couple cards. Rowling Blade and Chillblade Champions. Tyrion doesn't quite get us there, unfortunately. But he does build a lot of damage for future turns, so that's right. Hey Reese, you play Overwatch? Not currently, but I have played a ton. Sultara says, I'm so surprised. I don't know what that means. Or just, maybe in regards to the Stonehill that was just so clutch. Great Stonehill defender. Reese, what's your favorite class to play? In Hearthstone right now, probably Paladin. I also was really enjoying Paladin in WoW before I quit, so maybe that's the answer to both cases, I'm not sure. Okay, but this is still alive. Okay, that's a pain. Manted. Super pain. Jeez, man. There's that Spellbreaker we were thinking about, though. A little late, Rowling Blade. A little late, man. You would have gave me lethal previous turn. Why do you gotta do me that way, Rowling Blade? I guess I want, like, Death Coil here? I don't really know. Oh, Death and Decay is great, actually. Perfect, in fact. Let's see what we can do here. Gul'dan is always still a thing. He needs, like, Siphon Soul or Twisting Nether here. Twisting Nether's not that great for him, though, simply because he has a pretty good board himself. And it takes most of his turn. And he probably doesn't want to life tap either, so he's stuck. He might play, like, a Tainted Zealot afterwards. Ooh, that life tap, man. Risky. If this lives right now, we'll have lethal. Assuming what we have and, you know, no other variables being added, but... Okay. It's not so bad. A free 6/6 seems decent. Gnome Ferradu is not a big deal. That's really not a big deal either. Those are all going to die, so... If he trades into the 1/1, we're just good to go. Lethal. Cool. We don't even need... Yay! We actually beat this guy! First time ever! We won a game, guys. It's beautiful. Rank 5 has been really tough to me so far. Oh, I gotcha, keyword. I gotcha. Oh, he said, I'm so surprised. I gotcha, I gotcha. Is Marin out yet? No, Hydro. I don't think so, at least. I'd be playing him if he was. As soon as I knew he's out, I'd be playing him. But I think I'm probably going to be stuck playing him later today. I do not think I'll have time. Do not think I'll have time right now. Because I don't think he'll come out for another hour and a half or so. Just based on the history of Blizzard's timing and that sort of stuff. What hero did you main when you played Overwatch? And don't say Junkrat. I don't think I really ever mained a hero. It was really early in the game back then. I don't think anybody was maining stuff yet. Everybody was just figuring it out because it's release, you know. Whoops. Supposed to hit that, but that's okay. At least we had something to do. It's supposed to be a kill set, though. I don't know what happened there. I did play some Junkrat. I played a lot of Soldier 76. I played Tracer. What else did I play? I liked Zenyatta quite a bit, even though he's bad back then. I liked Lucio always. Lucio's one of my favorites. I tend to play support in most games like that, honestly. Might seem a tad early, but I don't think so. It's the best minion I can play for stats right now, and it plays into Houndmaster a little bit, but mostly should be okay. This Corpse Taker is going to be awesome. Although it's a little early for the Corpse Taker now that I think about it. We might just Stonehill instead. Because we don't need a lifesteal yet. Yeah, this is good. Slow him down, get to Lich King, get to Fledgling and stuff. It's 15:30 in the UK right now, and I've been waiting for him all day. Yeah, Europe often gets bad timings on that stuff, because you guys just way later in the day compared to Blizzard offices, so... Okay, that's not too bad of a board. We can certainly work with that. We're at 26 health, which is nice. You know, I think we might just go ahead and Fledgling in Hero Power. It seems like a pretty valuable asset to throw out there, but it's not guaranteed to die, first off. He's going to have to do a little bit of work to kill this, and probably inefficient work at that, which is nice. Like, I mean, yeah, one kill command does the trick, right? But there it is. But it's not like he's not building a giant board or anything, and I want this to be played whenever we need heal. Like, it's really important to make sure we can stabilize heals in this game. So I'm saving this longer than I otherwise would, just to give me, like, plus 10 heal at some point, right? And right now, we don't get plus 10 heal out of it. Right now, we only get this small amount of heal out of it, right? Spellbreaker. Oh, wow. Aldor and Spellbreaker is kind of nuts here. We gotta do it in this order, though, guys. Don't do it in the wrong order. You'll get all screwed up. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. You have more than enough of a board. We're getting 2 buffs out of this guy. That's anything more is going to be greedy. A 10-10 taunt's going to stabilize us. Also heals if we want it. Okay, second Spellbreaker's cool, I guess. Does he go face here, or does he test rate in something?
I had to buy bits to give you this rhyme. But when you were playing a lot, I knew you were on limited time. But that RNG god who looks like Ben Brode finally gave you a win on this stream you just showed. A win against a lock. It was a matter of time, so congrats on your record of 1.
Oh, cut off! Congrats on your record of 1-9. That's pretty good, actually. Another hilarious rhyme. Another beat from David Hasselholt, the legend. So now this is going to hopefully heal me for at least 12. Even with kill commands. See, like, this is the plan, guys. This is the plan. It was always on lock. We always had it under control. On lock. David Hasselholt would like that rhyme opportunity. Pretty good. Now we're winning. Hey, Regis, how do you stay motivated to play? I really enjoy the game, but it feels like every game is a 15-minute coin flip to me. It's a psychological challenge in some ways, right? But if you're winning games, it's not a coin flip, right? You're doing something. You're having some influence over the outcome. Otherwise, you wouldn't be climbing the ladder. Like, I hit Legend pretty much every month these days, and that's because I have a 65% win rate or something, usually, to hit Legend. 63 to 65. Last month, I think it was even higher. We had, like, a pretty crazy run last month with Big Druid. So, I mean, clearly I'm doing something that's making me 13% more likely than a coin flip to win. And you just have to remember that. You are influencing the outcome. Sometimes you can feel powerless, but just remember that not every game you can win. You can't win every game. But there are certain games that you can win that you sometimes lose. And it's those games, those gap games, those opportunity games that you have to point yourself towards and focus your mind on. Because then you'll start to realize that the variance is able to be affected and that you have some impact and control over it. So I think the best thing you can do is like take every game that was kind of close and just think in your mind, and you'll even hear me say this, it's like, could we have done anything to win that game? Was there something different, a different line that we could have taken, a different strategy that would have put us in a position to win that game? Because it felt like that was a winnable game. I feel like I say that all the time. Like, that felt like a winnable game. Is there something different we could have done? And when you start to go through that exercise and start to really think about those opportunities where maybe you could have done something different to win a game, maybe there was a change you could have made, then you'll start to realize that small decisions, like even on turn 1 or turn 2, could have made a huge impact. Like that last game, for instance, I accidentally coined out the Firefly instead of the Keleseth. And I missed a buff on a 3/3 Outlaw Peacekeeper, right? Now that was an accident, so this is not the perfect example, but there are other examples that aren't accidents, examples that you would consciously decide to do those sorts of things. And that 1 or 2 damage difference might have enabled a trade or disabled a trade somewhere else along the way. And that 1 buff difference could have snowballed into a victory or a loss, depending on how things went. So you just really have to focus on the little minute aspects of your plays that you can tweak and adjust and improve, and start to see that that gains me 1%. This different strategy line I could have taken gives me another 1%. And then eventually you'll say, okay, adding all that up, like, look, I threw this game. I could have won this game. I had a chance to win, and I blew it. And you'll start to realize just how big of an impact you can actually make. I mean, there's a reason the guys who finish in the top 100 of the ladder every month are finishing there. It's because they're doing something right. Carven Boom. The expansion of WoW looks cool. I mean, I like new expansions in WoW. The theme is a little more kind of grounded than a lot of people were expecting. You know, it's all about what do we play here? Do we just Spike Grid Steed and kill the Kobold? I guess so. It's pretty good. It's more grounded. In other words, it's based on like sort of the heroes and the alliance and horde instead of like a big looming evil. Like a lot of people thought it was going to be more old gods focused, and I think there will still be some old gods stuff that shows up and does influence that, but we haven't really seen that yet, right? So we don't know exactly what that's going to look like just yet. This could be a Sunkeeper term. It doesn't really do anything different than just trading in there. Maybe we just Grime Street and Hero Power. Seems fine. Look, did you guys see my hand right now? I'm gonna have 3 6/10 Sunkeeper Terrams in a second, just for the record. That's kind of ridiculous. This is a pain for him to kill at the moment. He needs kill command or a buff or something here. Second Bone Mirror will certainly do the job. Now it's a pain for me to kill. I do not want to send a 7/6 Chillblade Champion into it. Oh, we can just silence it. That seems fine. Silence plus Corpse Digger is not bad at all. Maybe we're better off with Chillblade. No, that's a big guaranteed instant heal I want to utilize at some point, right? But this still keeps me ahead on stats. The Terrams will turn each other into 3/3s. Yeah, of course, but we don't have to play them all at the same time, right? Okay, that's probably not a huge difference either way to me. This is not a bad turn at all. Don't get a lot off the Firefly, but we do need to debuff these guys. We could just heal this to 8, or buff it to 8. It's also interesting. The problem is if the High Main dies, Terram gets worse, right? Let's just tear him now. It's not bad at all. He suddenly has a 6/10 to deal with. That's a medium-sized shack. Okay. Great news. Got another one to deal with. If he's not going to trade, we're just going to go face. Okay, sure. We'll kill those and tear him again. Well, yeah, we'll trade and we'll clear the board except for the tear him and tear him again. is degenerate, dude. We can do it a third time. He's gonna trade in here. We can trade it again and tear him a third time. Hey Regis, would you play the one-drop Wind Fury so the Corpse Taker can gain Wind Fury? No, the Corpse Takers almost never get to attack in this deck. I've been through this exercise a bit, testing it, thinking about it, and if you pay attention to our games, the Corpse Takers are always defensive. They never get to attack. I think I've attacked with the Corpse Taker like 3 times in my life with this deck. Because usually when you're playing those, you're doing it because you're a little bit behind on board, or, you know, trying to gain some life, or stalling, or protecting another asset. And they die so fast, and they almost never go. So I don't think we need a Wind Fury activator. It never pays off, and the Wind Fury cards are generally terrible in their own right. So, I mean, there is a popular version of mid-range Paladin with a Storm Dude, the 8-drop, or the 7-drop or 8-drop. The Stormwatcher? Stormwatcher, right? I think that's the name of it. The big Wind Fury elemental guy. Is that right, Stormwatcher? Yeah. 7-drop Stormwatcher. And you even throw in a... you also throw in a Crazed Alchemist. And then you can hit your Stormwatcher with Spike Ridge Steed and take it to 14 health. And then if it lives, which it often does, is a 14 health minion, you can Crazed Alchemist it to hit your opponent for 28 damage, right? Like, that's a tournament deck that showed up from time to time. It hangs around as an idea, but I don't ever think it really works. When is the new Legendary release? Probably still another hour or so. Probably, maybe in like 20 minutes. But guys, by the way, I'm going to have to run after this game, I think. I've got a work thing I got to hop onto here shortly. So I'm going to have to call it quits here in the next 10 minutes or so. In the stream just a tad earlier than normal, because I do need to prioritize something real quick for work. So probably last game here, guys. Probably the last game. Hey, Regis, can you turn on your damage counter in the deck tracker so you never mess up your math? No, I don't want to do that. I like counting. It keeps my brain sharp. It's going to keep me smart when I'm old. I need to count sometimes. We want Marin. Yeah, Jacob Geek, I do too, man. I'm not going to get to play him this morning, unfortunately. I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow, which sucks, but... oh well. Are there new cards revealed? Just the ones from this weekend. Apparently they're not going to be revealing any more cards until November 20th, which is a pretty annoying strategy, but it's one that they've done consistently. The last couple expansions. If you remember last time, we had like a 2-month break, and then we got Ticking Abomination was the first card that got revealed, and everybody was like, what? Seriously, we waited 2 weeks to get Ticking Abomination? And that's why it became a bit of the meme card there. Okay. It's pretty scary. Do not have answers to that. We're going to have to throw this fledgling down, I guess, just to... well, Eldor is okay. Well, Eldor's done. Maybe this lives enough to make the fledgling a little safer. Maybe he trades in and weapons or something. Like, he just feels like he has to. That would be the dream. No Swashbuckler, trade in and a weapon, and then we get a fledgling on board clear. It still probably dies to backstab SI or something, but that's the hope. Because we're going to have to play it if we don't hit another 4-drop. Like, we have to play something. And our hand is really bad, so we're in a tough spot. We need to curve out beautifully against this guy. Alternatively, he's not going to play anything. Okay. Stonehell would be a good draw, I think. Righteous Protector is actually a great draw. Cool. Makes it much harder to kill your fledgling now. You still can. Weapon, backstab, does it. A lot of things would do it, but it's more likely to survive at this point, which is nice. We want Hans! We want Hans! Okay, hold up. There you go. Your act of mimery for the day has been delivered. I've shamed myself in front of hundreds of people just for the select few of you that want me to be stupid. Man, guys, I am really losing my voice now. It's going on me. I'm gonna need the haunts because I need the silence. I need the mute. I hope I unmuted myself. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. Anyone else not been able to get bits from ads this month? I don't know how that works, Boo. It's real shaky. It seems like people always have trouble with it. Looks like SI. Oh, interesting. He's going to leave the fledgling. Nice. He's going to be willing to trade fledgling for Shaku. It's a brave move. I like it, though, I think. I think it's interesting. I think it's good. I think it's right. I think he's going to gamble there. Oh, my God. Unheard of decision. Like, I've never seen it in my life. Never once have we hit that. Okay. This is kind of garbage, but... Do I try to protect it with the Stonehill, guys? I really want to slam a Grime Street, it's the problem. Yeah, let's try to protect it. It's pretty valuable. It's so valuable, we should try. Right now it's alive. Weapon, trade here. Trade these two into here. May not even get attacked. We'll see. Came for Regis, stayed for Hans. Hey, makes sense. I shed 15 viewers during that experience, so... That might have been me saying I gotta go after this game, too. Who knows? There could be a lot of causes for that. Okay. That's fine. Is he giving up on Shaku? Is he going to Shadow Step? It looks like he's Shadow Stepping. I think he's going to Shadow Step. Shadow Step Vile Spine, actually, is what he's going to do. I thought he was going to Shadow Step into damage, but he's just going to Shadow Step Vile Spine. It's not so bad, really. We have some pretty good Vile Spine targets in our deck, and a 3-drop is ultimately not one of them, right? Unfortunately, he has a good kill on our Grime Street, but we gotta go for that. I need to draw, like, what do I need to draw soon? Well, Lich King and Tyrion always, I guess. Is he gonna Shadow Step this again? No, Protector. Okay, that's not bad. Gets him a nice little body on board. Secures the kill. I wish he wouldn't trade so we get a crazy Bone Marrow, but that would be insanity to not trade going into 7. Pretty much any deck these days. Regis got Wind Fury, something is wrong. Something is very wrong. That's true. I think I might have already answered to that. I feel like I read that already. That's okay. Hey, Average Guppy Man, how's it going? Spellbreaker does nothing. Grime Street Enforcer does enforce some trades, I guess. Also makes this pretty big. Like, this is now a decent-sized taunt all in its own regard, which is nice. And he has to kill this. It says taunt. So he sends in a couple, these two probably. Trades here. He's got 4 damage on board. He Bone Mare's one thing. That's 8 damage on board. We silence the Bone Mare. No Bone Mare, okay. Still scary, though. I almost wish he'd had the Bone Mare just to hit the silence, right? Like, that would have been really good. What is that going to be? Another Vile Spine? No, SI trade. Okay. That's good, too. Oh, we had that. We knew we had that, yeah. Hopefully just weapons with the remaining mana here. Looks like it. He's going to take 5 damage, too. Nice. It's good for me, I think. Maybe not. Maybe he hits the... He should just hit the 1/1. He doesn't need this many minions on board. For all he knows, I play Consecration. We don't, but for all he knows, I do. Okay. Well, let's start here. Get a good 5 minutes on it, that'd be nice. Oh, Cyclopean Ore is actually nuts. Better than Psychotron, given how many minions he has. Holy crap, I'm sure. I'll take it. A 3/9? Are you serious? His board is thick and wide. Sounds familiar. It sounds like somebody I know. Huh. Sounds awfully familiar, guys. It's amazing how many people comment on... Whoa! That's a good equality. Holy crap. Oh, God. He just killed 14 health with that 2-mana spell. Oh, gross. Oh, we can Bone Mirror next turn, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. We're taking a lot of damage. Wow. How good is that equality? Man. Shaku doing work. I don't think this is enough. I think we're dead, right? Almost definitely. We only have 10 health. He has 5, 10, 14, 15. Yeah, we're dead. What is your job? I'm a director of marketing for a software development company. So I basically make people want to buy our custom software that we make. Or at least sell them on the idea of custom software. That's tough. We win this game like 100 times out of 100 if there's no equality. I think you really need that, man. I think you just kind of kill me here. There you go. That's it. Really tough, guys. What a way to end the stream. 14 damage equalities. Pretty good. I don't think we could have played around that one too much either. We were sort of safe against Vilespines, right? Because we had 2 reasonably sized taunts, but not against an equality. That's too good. Is Mary the Fox out yet? No, I don't think so, Christy Heatstone. And that's a great way to end the stream because that's the most common question of the day so far. So that's a fitting end to a rather nice stream this morning, guys. I do have to run, though, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out this morning. We had like semi-record numbers for viewers, so thanks for that. 2,300 bits cheered. Like 7 or 8 new subs or resubs, a lot. $15 donated on top of that. A ton of follows. So thanks, everybody, for the continued support and encouragement as always. I love hanging out with you guys and playing Hearthstone. It's my favorite thing to do these days. So I will be back tomorrow morning, though. Same time, same place, everybody. So if you were enjoying today's stream, be sure to follow on Twitch, give a subscribe on YouTube, etc. Get those notifications for tomorrow. You can also check me out on Twitter. I usually tweet when I go live, so that's another good way to keep up with the schedule. I also just have a schedule below my face. There's a link that says view my stream schedule. It has all the details on the stream and a calendar for every day that I stream and the times that I stream, including a time zone converter, so that'll help you figure it out as well. But really, all I ask is that, you know, just be around when you want. If you have fun watching, hang out with me. That's the best thing that we can all ask for. So, all that said, everybody, thank you once again for watching. And until next time, game on.